the second episode, like the blonde like stands up to her
Yeah,
and she just blows her fucking brains out. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, it was genius, man.
I loved it. I wish they did more. I was so disappointed. Like I checked like every day for weeks to see if they renewed it.
Yeah, we looked online and saw that they canceled it.
Yeah, that's one that they're sadly probably not gonna.
No, I seriously doubt if they ever do it. But
No,
It
they
was
won't be allowed to.
yeah, it was just great. Like I enjoyed it.
It was just a really clever, intelligent show.
See,
And
I like
then-
those, the ones that kind of challenge your perception without like forcing an idea, kind of thing.
It just made people like think for 10 minutes.
And
Yeah,
it was like hella gory. I was like, damn. Like the shit they did.
Kind of fucking gas station.
Yeah.
It was, I mean,
All right, guys. I'm back.
Harry.
Is everyone here? Hello. Yes,
I think it could be fun to go bard for a few levels.
I agree. That's always fun.
Just because I could steal everything I wanted without ever getting caught.
I mean, what's stopping you doing that right now, though?
I mean, technically nothing, and since I can cast Pass Without Trace, and then my stealth modifier becomes plus 23, nothing really, but it would just make it that much cooler.
So you want to be the rogue, who's also the Gloomstalker, who
Yeah.
also
yeah.
says, "Hey, everybody, look at me."
Exactly. See, and then it's
Why
just
not?
moments. Yeah,
So-
then you're just playing in a moments like, hey, everybody, look at me at this moment.
So basically, he's a cat.
Essentially, yes.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. Cats just do what cats do.
Yeah, I love how the character is slowly turning more and more into a cat. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been a cat the entire time.
It's just more prominent now because levels.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
All right. And so we can go ahead and pick up where we left off. Let's see, currently Shad is not here. Let me go ahead and just send him one more message to figure out like what's going on. Where are you at? Let me
All
see.
right, I should go get that coffee going. Be right back.
Where you be? What do? There you go. That should be clear enough.
want to talk about that topic?
I need official opinion. Should I stop for gas?
yes.
Only
Wait, what?
if you role play out an accent and a character that we come up with on the fly right here as you're pumping gas.
What type of donut is it?
Okay.
Okay. All right. You are a.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, never mind. He's here. Hey, let's go. How's it going, Chad?
I said. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. We were about to give a prompt to Gingy as to what he should roleplay as while he's pumping gas.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a great question.
All right, we need a location.
All right. Well,
Station. Whoa. Crazy.
so
1800s.
1800s gas. What would- Sir, that's not a gas pump. That would just be a well.
Yeah.
That'd be an oil well.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you're at an oil well. You're drowning because you accidentally fell into the pit.
What the fuck? Dude. Something just, like, literally shattered into embers under a car's tire in front of me.
That's a cigarette, bro.
I
Somebody-
think it was, but it was a lot of embers for a cigarette.
They explode when they hit highway speeds.
Okay. I was about to say, that shit looked like a fucking black cat.
Sir, those are the embers of progress.
Ah, yeah, progress.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, no, Magoo is still getting coffee, right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll wait for Magoo here a little bit.
You're in the 1800s. You're at the bottom of a sinking well, and the person sent to save you is getting coffee.
But yeah, mm-hmm.
and Life of Peach.
Yeah. They
See,
do have peaches.
However, the agreement was I only have to do this if I stop for gas. I have yet to stop for gas because I cannot find a gas station that is a decent price.
Okay. Have you tried yelling at the sign?
Ah, that is a good idea. I'll do it the next time I see a gas station.
I think with a high enough intimidation check, you could probably change the price.
You think? Okay. What is do we have a DC for this?
Mm-hmm.
Here.
You got one
I'll roll a d20 for you. Here,
Roll
no,
it
we're gonna
for
do
100.
it. We're gonna roll 100.
What?
Gonna roll
Roll
a
a D100.
d100 for this.
A D100 or 100 D20?
No, d100.
Either.
Oh, okay. All right. Roll you a D100.
No, we're gonna roll 100 d20.
Oh my god, make up your mind.
I'm feeling the 100.
Okay, you got
Oh, there it is.
1,015.
Oh my god. Yeah, that sign is fucking terrified. You can see the freaking the tiles just fluttering around. You see the price changes to 1 cent.
Ah,
God
yes. I like
Out of
it.
120s, you only got 6 crits and only 4 botches.
Okay. Here's the d100 roll, the actual roll. A 17.
The sign laughs at you. Like, you didn't think the sign was personified, but it's personified now, and it's mocking you. In fact, you go ahead and you take 5 psychic damage as it casts vicious mockery at you.
I'm actually gonna give him the help action.
Okay.
And then raises the price
So
to
he
$10
gets,
a
he
gallon.
gets a 37.
It still laughs at you, just not nearly as loud.
I tried.
No more vicious mockery?
Yeah, this time no vicious mockery. Because they rolled a 37. Last time it was 17. Okay, anyways. So we're still waiting on Magoo to get back, and then we'll go ahead. Well, we could actually start doing recap now. So, does anyone want to explain what happened last session?
So, Kelsey came through.
Leading it into this, apparently.
Yep. Came to a portal. Like walked down a long hallway. Boom, he was there. Said hello. Apparently the engines of what is it? Beautiful Mess? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Cool. We're being slow. Kelsier repaired them a bit. So now we're going faster. Fexnar came through with Lydia and used I forgot what the spell's called. Is it a restoration
Used a-
or
Scroll of
Skull of Revivify?
Revivify, yeah.
Used that. We all talked.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
in, the captain's room. All of that. We're going to forgot what it's called. Trying to remember. Where are we heading? I don't have my notes open. I think it's. Are we going to Thalos?
Yep, that is correct. You are heading towards Thalos.
Thalos. Do all that. I see Ak like flying by. We get some cool magic shit. Like Magoo's gonna get some boots and he's gonna Michael Jackson that bitch. And some other things.
Oh yeah,
We
the
get
experimental boots.
We get some stuff. Skolrish breaks a table with all his money. Because he's that bitch. And then we got off of Ox ship, and then I believe that's where we left off.
Hey, Purse, quick question.
Sure. What's the question?
Those boots, did they have any stats, or did it just give me the ability to like walk on walls?
It's essentially the
That is
ability.
the stats.
Yeah.
Huh?
That is the stats.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
basically it. You
I
can
was just wondering
yeah.
because I'm gonna homebrew it up real quick.
just keep in mind that if you want to keep oriented in a certain way, you have to have 2 contact points.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna be shooting people from the roof.
Just Batman, just hanging upside down.
Just Batman things.
Batcat.
Batcat.
Catwoman and Batman had a baby.
Oh God. All right.
But Catwoman was actually a real cat.
All right. Does anyone remember why the party was going towards Thalos?
Well,
I
that'd
believe we
be
were going
because of a-
the seed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're going after a seed of the life tree that we were charged with by Terra Merriman this time around.
Mhm.
And I think that's as far as we know.
Yep. And on the side, you're aware that Grundark Grimtooth has made his way out to the east to Thalos as well. So he is somewhere in the region. So a little bit of a side thing, particularly with Kelsier, is to find Grundark. All right.
One other thing. So Shad, I have to leave at like 6:45, 7 o'clock. I'll be gone for a half hour to 45 minutes. Do you mind rolling Kane?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. Sorry to interrupt.
It's all good. All right. And so, we are currently everyone has shopped, or at least everyone was here last session. Did some shopping. In the meantime, Zeal was missing. He was nowhere to be found. He was not in his room during the events in which Kelsier and Vexnar returned. Zeal, would you like to explain where you were at that time, or would you like to keep that secret for now?
Oh shit. I'm gonna say keep it secret. 'Cause to be
Okay.
honest, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you had a list of to-dos. So there was like basically a week of time that has passed where everybody was just kind of doing their own thing on the ship.
Gotcha.
However, there were some people who who had left momentarily and came back. So yeah, just wanted to see if that was something that you wanted to share. I could have said it, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't spoiling anything for you.
Yeah, I had a list of to-dos. To be honest, I don't remember which of them you were doing. To be completely realistic.
Mhm.
So.
No worries, no worries. All right. And then with that, we move on. So you all are currently still on Ox Traveling Shop, inside his balloon basket, as it were. All currently planning your next point of action. It is currently nighttime. After a long rest, we will be at the point that 1 day has passed in game. We're all currently still flying out east. It's about another half day towards, or before you'll reach the Thalos border. What would you like to do?
So we're still on the ship. We just got to leave and go to our own ship.
Correct. They're connected together, so you can return back to the previous ship. To the
PMS. Yeah, I'm done buying, so I'm just gonna walk back to the other ship. On my way out, I'm gonna go. You coming, Kelsey?
Right behind you, bud.
Kane just chuckles to himself.
Kane.
Elsier understands as soon as it's said that he's accepted it.
He's no longer Kelsier. He is someone else.
I like to imagine Kane occasionally laughs like that one dog on the old school cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a raspy sounding chuckle.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else like to do something here at Ox Traveling Shop before you move on back to the beautiful mess?
Unless he's got a seed of life here, hell no. Let's get out of this popsicle stand.
All right.
He was telling us we can't buy anything.
Well,
Anything more?
yeah, that's basically all he had. That's all he wrote. As you all return back to the beautiful mess. And here you find yourselves back on the upper deck here. And in the meantime, your ally, if I can find him, Zeal, is underside in his room. Returned once again. You are unaware that he is here, though. All right. So, Zeal, you have returned back from your little side quest, your side mission, as it were. You can go ahead and message me what that is or what that will be, and then we can discuss that later. Keep in mind you had a week of time that has passed since the events of Band of Blades to Nature of the Beast.
Gotcha. I will get back to you on that when I decide what I wanted to use that with doing.
Keep in mind that I know you had multiple goals. A week's time is enough to get one of them done.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring, because those goals are
pretty
kinda
long.
large.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely beefy. It's not like easy done.
Yeah. Depending which one you pick, it might only be a percentage of the way done as well.
Fair.
Okay. And so, here we go. So, Zeal, you are back in your room. You have returned back from your little side journey. No one seemed to have noticed that you'd left. Everyone was kind of occupied either licking their magical items, disappearing into time and returning back, causing property damage to the upper decks, or otherwise spending their time conditioning themselves. And so,
Yeah.
you are now down on the lower decks. You can hear commotion above head, as you can hear some of the ship crew kind of welcoming the Niall Slayers back. What do you do?
I'm gonna take a nap. If they find me, they find me.
Okay, you got it. All right. Now, as you all return back to the ship, is there anything you would like to do now at this time, or during the travel time before it is time to take a long rest? It is currently nighttime. It is coming up to the point in time that a long rest will be required, or otherwise suffer a point of exhaustion. What would you like to do?
Is the King of the Unwanted anywhere around?
You don't see him anywhere on the upper decks, but you can see some of the night shift crew here up on top of the deck. You can still see that the same lady who was navigating earlier on in the day is still doing so. She seems kind of tired, and her shoulders are slack, but she still holds fast.
I don't know. I guess I'll go take a nap. A cat nap.
A cat nap? Okay. All right. Anyone else?
Oh wait, where's Kelsey at?
He's right next to you.
I'm gonna pretend to go down to my quarters.
Pretend to go down your quarters?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go as soon as I get out of sight of everybody. I'm
Mhm.
gonna stealth it up.
Okay. Where are you stealthing to? Or do you want to whisper it to me?
Kelsey's room.
Oh, okay.
Have me a look at that arm.
He's wearing it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I see. Okay. So his room.
Let's borrow it for a couple minutes.
So his room is going to be the one at the end here on my ping.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. Where's my room at?
So your room is right next door to his.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to my room and just hang out and wait until I hear him come in.
Ah, okay, I see, I see. All right. Anyone else?
Kelsier wants to see if he can find any parts lying around, or he can make like a collapsible like spear.
A collapsible spear. Roll me a survival check as you're trying to find like scrap items that no one is really paying any mind to. Okay. With your survival of 18, you don't manage to find any other parts other than a rod that you could use as the shaft of the spear itself. It's collapsible in its nature. It looks like it was used as kind of like some like smaller piston system, and is no longer in use.
Okay, I'm gonna hang on to that for now.
Okay. You can just make note of it as a piston rod from the beautiful mess.
We'll put that in the back holding.
All right, you got it. I just have this comical idea of this massive rod going down into the bag of holding. It's just like it almost looks like a cheap like magician's party trick. All right, and there you go. You have a piston rod. Alrighty.
By the way, just checking. I'm not hot micing it, like from the road.
Like you're hot micing
Little bit.
a little bit.
Okay, do I need to mute?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you. Okay.
I got no response from you, Pexnar. I feel alone.
Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, I typed to you.
Oh, okay.
So, Fexnar, is there anything that you'd like to do here before your long rest?
Hold on. I'm gonna check on Lydia.
Okay.
Just to make sure she's fine, and then when I am satisfied that she is, I'm gonna go find some sailors to drink with.
All right, you got it. Here, let me switch some music. Da-da-da-da.
I thought
Well,
that
you
was
were in
and-
on it.
Oh, I thought that was you and Skullrish.
Was it Skull? Oh, it was Skullrish.
It was
Oh,
Skullrish.
shit.
It'd be like that.
Vexar just fully doesn't care, though.
Oh no, that's not the one. Hi, there we go. There we go. All right. And so, you make your way down below deck to go check on Lydia, who's still laying on one of the couches inside of the King of the Unwanted's quarters. You see the King of the Unwanted. He's sitting in his usual spot, near one of the windows towards the back of the ship, upon a comfortable seat. Not quite a couch. It's almost like more just like almost like a cot at the end. And as he kind of sits there, kind of like sideways, and has like one leg rest upon the surface, he kind of like side eyes you and says like, "She's fine. Not awake, but she's fine."
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna... I'm gonna sit down, like, next to or near him and be like... Yeah, I don't... This is all kind of new to me. Not used to being responsible for other people.
Yeah, I could see that. All things considered, I think you're doing just fine. I mean, look at me, I'm just a kid taking care of a bunch of unwanted ragtag pirates, basically.
Yeah, well, I'd say you're doing fine too.
So what,
Oh, Daddy Pexnar.
so what on earth were you even doing with her? She looked pretty
Honestly,
messed
I was
up.
just... I was just hoping she would be okay without me. But then the people I left her with left her behind. She got scared. And she ended up hurting herself trying to get to me. I did what I could, I guess.
Sounds like she's a pretty good kid.
She's young, though. And incredibly powerful. And you might know something about that.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
I'm aware. Hey, Fexnar.
Hmm.
Don't get too attached to her. I think
Yeah.
you already know that.
Might be the hardest thing I ever do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just a heads up. There's technically an embargo near the Thalian border after what happened in Bastion. So we can't quite necessarily get you over the border, but we can get pretty damn close. We can get to one of their outskirt villages that are built right outside the Thalian wall. It's pretty safe. But it's also important for you to know there's a nice storage of water. Not just any water. Concentrated remnant water. They're known for using the remnant, that they take from Southern Spine. They like to infuse it into water, and they use that for God knows what. I don't know. Thalos is weird. They don't. It's not really technology. It's more like magic. It's really hard to explain. You'll see it when you get there, but they have a massive store of it. And from what I understand, last time I saw Lydia, she needed it or something. Something to do with healing. Maybe it'll help.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. I think the village is called Taza or something along those lines.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just try not to draw too much attention because you're probably going to need a lot of it. It's going to probably look weird that some foreigner is buying a bunch of concentrated remnant.
Well, you leave that to me. We've got our ways.
You got it. Night, Fex.
Yeah, see you, kiddo. Sorry, King.
It's only a name, but thanks.
Yeah, I'll leave the room.
All right. And then would anyone else like to do anything at this time?
Just waiting for Kelsey.
Yeah, I was about to say, I guess I'll walk back into my room.
All right. Move your token, boy. There you go. And there you go. You are in your room side by side with the man who licks magical items. Kane, you can hear the footsteps against wood. Dum, dum, dum. They're soft, sounding of leather. As he makes his way into the room, you undeniably know that this is Kelsier approaching. As you can kind of hear, the very subtle creak of his metal arm as it swings with his gait.
I'm gonna, as soon as I walk in, I'm gonna take my armor off.
Okay.
Will you let me into a watch together, please, sir?
Oh, yes, I got you. Does the pin not work for you, sir?
No, it does not.
Oh, it's being mean. Alright, I got you.
Dude, that music was going hard for that little emotional scene.
Yeah, it was going pretty hard. Honestly, kind of hit different, dude.
Tearing up.
Invalid access code. Ugh.
Alright.
I'm gonna pull out that rod again. Start just messing with it. Just like, I don't know, give it a look through.
I'm just waiting, biding my time.
Okay. All right, and as you're biding your time and you're waiting, walk me through it here, Kelsey. What are you doing exactly as you're retiring for bed?
I'm just on my bed, just like kind of checking out the mechanism for the collapsible. What was it? Collapsible rod.
Okay.
Like seeing how it works,
Okay.
seeing if I can improve it any.
So you're taking some time here to kind of like analyze it. Uh, go ahead and make a note for me that you analyze this rod for 1 night, and then you can just keep adding to that number as time goes on if you continue to analyze it. Okay. And that's I'm assuming that's what you're doing until you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I understand here, hold on. Let me whisper over to you. Is it /whisper?
/W.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And while I'm waiting a response on that, Scholars, is there anything that you would like to do before retiring for bed for a long rest?
Some sleep.
Just waiting? You got it.
Oh no, I said I'm gonna get some sleep.
Oh, get some sleep? All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, and you retire off to bed. Also, Magoo, did you see my message or?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay, gotcha.
Most assuredly.
All right, and then everybody drifts off to sleep to take their long rest. However, Kane, what are you doing?
Am I relatively comfortable with the fact that I think Kelsey is asleep?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been about an hour or so that's been silent. You haven't heard any movement?
All right. Here we go, baby. I am going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a 10. The creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no trace. Okay. All right.
And I'm going to stealth.
Uh-huh.
Like 41.
Okay.
Hot damn.
God damn. Holy shit.
And I'm gonna climb up. No, I'm gonna use these fancy new boots and walk up the wall, all stealthy like.
So you're literally gonna just climb on the wall like a spider?
Yep. Actually, if you look at the boots,
Oh, yeah.
it functions as spider climb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A little quieter than a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spiders make a little bit of noise sometimes, but
Yeah.
nobody can hear it. They're so quiet, but he's quieter than a spider in 41.
That's crazy. He's literally just like, he's not even slithering. It's not even like chitin, like hitting wood. It's just like almost purely silent as you climb up that wall, and you're just looming over him like a paralysis demon.
All right, I'm gonna start off by licking the arm.
Okay. Is this your attempt at casting Identify on his arm?
Yep, we're working through it. Time to
Okay.
go.
Okay, so you're casting Identify on his arm. Got it. All right.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, because he's high elf, he doesn't really sleep.
I'm Tabaxi.
So would there
Oh.
be? No, Kelsier.
Yeah, I got you.
He just like meditates. Would there be a time?
Well,
Like I'm sure he can't feel like him licking.
It's
Yeah.
deeper than meditation. It's called trance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So
Yeah.
get licked, boy.
Yeah. So like to an extent, like you're not necessarily doing it with your eyes open. You're just like more aware of your surroundings, but the fact that like his stealth is so incredibly high and he's like literally slithering around the walls like a paralysis demon, like you don't notice this. And because it's a prosthetic arm, you also don't feel this either.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. However, it doesn't seem like he's trying to steal it. It looks like he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on with your arm. Because it is weird.
No, I lick equals identify. We're training the tongue to identify.
Also, just for confirmation's sake, what did you say he rolled on stealth?
It was 41.
41.
40? Like
40.
4-1?
Yeah, like 4-1.
Jesus hell.
Yeah.
Pass without a trace
can't-
gives me a +10.
Yeah, there's
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
because he has expertise and a high dex. Even someone who has expertise and a high perception couldn't beat him because it passed without a trace. It's
Gotcha.
literally.
I didn't realize it
literally
gave a +10. I was so confused for a minute how he got that high.
It's an
Like-
unbeatable roll. Basically, is the best way to put it.
That's disgustingly amazing. I know what I want to get.
I'm gonna steal some of these clothes off him while they're awake.
I wish
Could.
rebuke him licking me.
As long as you
Oh,
stay
that's-
within the con. And first, you did roll sleight of hand, and not stealth. As long as it's within the
Oh, shit.
confines of stealth, though, like if you were to cast a spell, you still have to utter the words. You know what I mean? Regardless of how high your stealth is, it still has to be
Yeah.
uttered.
Oh, I did roll sleight of hand. Actually, my stealth is expertise. My sleight of hand's proficiency.
Yeah, but regardless,
Oh,
it would have
but
been an
you-
Oh, it would
unbeatable
have been
roll.
higher?
Well, he has +5 because his gloves of stealing. So I don't-
Yeah.
that's actually probably your. What's the bonus to your?
Plus
I mean,
14
it's
for sleight and plus 13 for stealth.
There you go. So it's one less. No big deal.
Yeah, it's still an
So
unbeatable
40.
roll. Yeah.
It's still huge.
Stealth of 40. Oh my god. Like at that point, like you're just like Drax, and you're just standing there slowly eating a potato chip.
Yeah. Nobody can see me.
I'm moving so slow, it's not even perceivable by the human eye.
And then he gets caught. He's like, "Damn it!"
I just want to note that the individuals in your sister campaigns are in the chat right now, and they are encouraging you to burn the boat. Please do not burn the boat. It's a
Ooh.
I mean-
Sin is not always the answer.
For 50 gifted
It's
subs.
always an answer, but it's not always the answer.
Yeah, I'll burn a
Oh
boat.
wait,
for
hold
50
on.
gifted subs, I might
Yeah.
burn the boat down,
I'll
boys.
set the boat on fire after I
Hey,
snip
wait,
his arm.
say less. I'll give you a cut later.
Actually,
I
no.
don't know
For
what
50
subs are.
gifted 3-month subs, yeah. On God.
We'll
It's
burn
done.
it. We'll burn it. I'll steal a kid's book while I'm at it.
Yeah, if it
Actually, it kind of plays into it because while the king's trying to put the fire out, I can lick his book.
Oh,
Beautiful.
true. I just want to know, 50 gifted
know,
subs is like $250.
Oh, I know. You know, that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I had to
You're
make
trying to
oh,
give
it
us
said,
some of that
oh, it
While
said
we're at it,
10.
50
Oh, it said
gifted
10.
subs,
Somebody
we'll-
might have done it.
Yeah, true.
Turn this money around and go burn down Bastion.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that's left, we'll go
Hey,
fucking decimate Bastion as
kick
well.
Bastion while it's already down.
Wait, so subs equals money?
Yeah, subs are
Oh.
money. Yeah.
100%.
I don't know anything about all that shit. So
That's
Yeah.
how Twitch people make their money, boy. Sir.
Subs
Man.
is big money.
Sure.
Yeah, so bits for like a low amount of money and high.
Oh, also, you're robotic as hell.
You
Kenji.
cut out for a hot minute.
Yeah, it was.
Back roads be bitchin'.
They really.
Alright.
All right.
Of course, we catch all of that.
Okay, so you're running your tongue over the metal surface. It tastes like iron. As you run over each of the individual plates, analyzing the item, the arm itself, as you cast Identify upon it. Kelsier, would you like to narrate what Identify does?
would you like to
Or
do
not,
it in public?
sorry, not what
Well-
Identify does, but what your arm does.
So, how good is his identify with this lick? Like, aren't we roing some stuff? Like, I feel like he should like make
know,
like a percentage. roll.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Use his primary spellcasting ability.
Yeah, if he uses a spell slot and he uses it as a primary spellcast, then it'll just be a normal identify. He's just doing it with the flavor of licking. So are you actually like properly trying to cast, but just like with the guise and flavor of licking the item, or are
I don't
you
actually
like
have the identify spell.
at
He's
all?
trying to train his tongue to
Oh,
identify through roleplay.
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll me a d100.
done.
You managed to get a little bit of information, but not nearly enough to justify it as being an identify. Kelsier, you can describe this as vaguely as you would like. Get creative.
I was warned to never get creative again.
You can always be creative here, Dag.
But the paralysis demons won't leave me alone.
Oh no.
Oh wait. I have some. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
Oh, it's,
No,
so it's
I
color
don't have
said.
lucky.
Yeah, you
You
don't
see
have
magical runes on his arm. You go to read them and they say, "Don't lick my shit."
yeah.
Turns out your tongue can't read, so you didn't see them beforehand.
Yeah, it's
The-
training. It's in training still. It's like Rocky.
The major flaw
Oh.
is that there was no braille, so there was nothing for you to read.
This is my tongue is currently Rocky 1. We're training
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Rocky 2.
Hey, there you go. We love that.
Hey,
All
Rocky
the
won. He
spell's
went the
gonna
distance,
say-
all right?
Is silence.
Is silence. Ah. And that is,
You're-
that is
It
what
says
you were told.
silence?
Yep.
Mm. Can I attempt to borrow his arm?
That is completely up to you above the board here, Star.
I would love to.
Borrow.
Well, the first off, Star, would you be okay with that?
Be okay with it, but wouldn't I feel like the detachment of an arm?
You absolutely would.
So that's like if you straight up like came to him, I'm sure he wouldn't give a shit.
Who has a higher movement speed?
This is
We
just
will
just
find
Kane's
out.
like elaborate way of like finding out more about the arm instead of just talking to him like a normal person.
This is how Kane asks people.
Yeah, basically, yeah. This is just Kane doing Kane things because he doesn't actually know how to properly ask people. Like he's always just assumed everything needs to be stolen.
Yeah, he wasn't raised around proper folks. He was raised around cats.
Yeah. So like to him, this seems completely normal, but this is very much like very convoluted.
Besides, Kane wouldn't know that anyways. As far as he knows, you
That's
don't want
true.
to say shit about that arm.
That is fair.
If he wants to try and take it, he can. But I mean, I'm gonna feel it,
Yeah.
so I'm probably gonna have a reaction to that.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
I
it
know-
depends on how high the sliding hand is.
Yeah, with a proper sleight of hand, like it's going to be an extremely high DC, but it is possible.
Let's go.
And I mean, when I say extremely high, I mean even high for a plus 14. Unfortunately, that is not enough. As you try to pull, there's just a very slight tick that can be felt at the base of his stump. And his arm, or at least what's left of it, twitches slightly, and his eyes slowly open to a darkened furred
Before he
figure.
wakes up,
Mhm.
I disengage the boots.
Oh. So you disengage the boots as he slowly opens his eyes, and now you are now falling from the side of the wall onto the. Are you falling onto him or falling onto the floor?
Yep.
Okay, so he falls on top of you, and now Kane is on top of you here, Kelsier.
And I look at him, I go, I'm so sorry, man. I was testing out the boots and I couldn't sleep. I didn't mean to fall on you.
And we fade to black. Maybe a Constitution saving throw. No, I was kidding.
Oh.
Roll for performance. No, I'm kidding. Well, what do you say, Kelsier?
There's a whole other ship besides climbing over here.
But my room's right there. It's next to me.
Would I like felt him like the arm like trying to detach?
No, you didn't feel the arm trying to detach. You just felt like the click of it, like engaging, but like nothing else.
Like I, fell on you, reached out to grab it to save myself.
Well, let's climb else. I mean, you could like go outside and like climb on the side of the ship.
Well, I didn't intend on falling on you. Next time I will. It was just, I was right there. My room's right there. Might as well, just go for a little walk on the wall. My bad, dude.
Just casual spider things.
They are experimental boots. I just figured I'd give them a go, to be honest. I didn't mean to fall on you, though. I apologize.
And I'm gonna say, why do you have a veil of shadows and all that?
Oh, I don't think you would notice that because I'm no longer stealth.
Wouldn't he still have it though?
He
Or am I
can.
wrong?
It's a concentration, so
concentration.
he could drop concentration.
It ended when I disengaged boots.
I'm just gonna open the door and good night.
I just walked back to my room.
Get
through
out
the
of
curtain.
my room.
Go to bed, Kane.
I just think in my cat brain, attempt 1, partially successful. Attempt 2, another time.
I'm gonna move the armor in front of the door now.
I'm going to sleep, man. I'm done for the night.
All right.
Above the board, you suspect me too much now. Gotta wait until the scene cools down.
the scene is too hot. Gotta
Exactly.
disappear for a while.
Rogue 101, when it gets hot, lay low.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay. And so
Kane just thinks to himself, well played, sir. Well played.
that was an interesting little interaction there. All right. And so we move on to the following day. As you all take a long rest, you can go ahead and mark off a long rest on your character sheets. In case you haven't already, you gain all the HP benefits and features that you would have at level 10. By the way, Genji, your character should be level 10 now at this point, in case you have not leveled them up.
Yeah, I have to do. I put the levels in, but I have to actually do the leveling up for 4 levels.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So technically, my health right now it says 48, but we actually rolled it as a group earlier, so it's up to 75, and then I have to do my other things for each level.
Gotcha.
I don't know what they are because I'm literally like a minute from walking into my door so that I can pull up my computer and go do it.
Mhm.
But yeah, at the moment I cannot see it.
You got it.
But I'm like about to walk in my house, so I will be able to momentarily.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put these boots to the test. I'm excited about these.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential with those boots. All right.
There's a lot of very good and bad potential with those boots.
Yeah.
Depends on how you look at it, sir.
There's
I mean,
also high
they still are
probability of you
viable.
dying
Oh.
if you mess up.
Yeah.
Oh, death was a part of this whole deal?
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's
you need
a-
2 contact
it's a
points.
testing product.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't
I'm
the
a-
guy when you bought him also tell you that like they could like fuck up
It
really
could
tremendously?
fail, like I could fall. I
Yeah.
don't think he said they wouldn't explode.
Yeah, they won't explode.
Oh, he said they wouldn't explode. I didn't remember if he said they would or wouldn't, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't try them if they had the potential to explode. Cats like their feet.
Yeah. Yeah, how are you
Uh,
supposed to have
really?
all your lives if you can't land on your feet?
Exactly. Break your front
Um,
paws because those are the only paws you got left.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wish harder.
I guess so. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
And so, you all make your way towards the Thalos border early on in the day, after 8 long hours of rest. And as you all are making your way there, you're still resting in your beds. You're passing time, as you can hear like the soft sound of boots approaching. All right, wake up! Wake up! And he's like pulling the curtains open of like each of the rooms. Wake up! Wait! Why is this on the floor? Anyways, wake up! Wake up!
Time to get up.
I'm gonna get into my armor, put it all on.
Who wakes us up?
It's the King of the Unwanted.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait for him to walk away, and I'm gonna go stealth again.
Are you gonna try to go for his book?
Oh yeah.
All right. And so, go ahead and roll me a stealth, for starters. Okay. And now I just want to check. You're only stealthing against him, right? Not your allies, because your allies are all around you, and he's like in the middle corner.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think they'll rat me out.
Okay. So you most definitely pass that stealth check. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand as you're trying to take the book off him. Keep in mind, this is a magical book.
Oh, I'm not trying to take it. I'm trying to lick it.
Oh, you're trying to. Oh God.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
I'm not stealing anything.
Got you. All right.
I don't steal from friends.
All right. So go ahead
I just
and
lick their things.
yeah, go ahead and lick the book as you try. Oh, and roll me a D100 as you're attempting to identify it.
No.
So as you go to lick the book, you do manage to lick the book, but the eye opens as you do so. So you accidentally lick the eye, and like then you see the eye shimmer, and it's almost as if the book kind of shudders as you hear a voice in your head then say, "Please don't ever do that again."
I just think to myself, I'm just trying to find out about you. I'm assuming you're the book.
Licking eyes is
That's really
weird.
what it comes down to.
Why are you so
mean-
weird?
I didn't mean to lick your eye. Just the book itself. It just happened to be the eye. If you just want to tell me about you, then I won't lick you.
We're not even that close, Kane. You put your tongue on my eye.
Well, I mean that wasn't intentional. I mean, I don't think that's really okay, no matter how close you are. To be honest.
I think I need some space, Kane.
I mean, it was really only two options here. You're gonna tell me I'm gonna keep licking you.
I'm gonna report you to HR.
I mean, they'll never find me.
Most cursed response.
Fucking Kane. It's like...
Oh god. Sorry, you just made me do a spit take.
Oh my
Oh, there's
god.
green tea coming out my nose.
Oh
Hey, I'm
god.
gonna disappear for like 2 seconds to switch over to my computer, okay?
Okay, I'll see you later. And so he doesn't say he's gonna report you to HR, but what he does say is that maybe another time when you're not trying to lick me.
You got a deal. Wait, you're gonna tell me about you, or
Another time.
all right? I'll take that.
Yes.
I just kind of wipe his eye off a little bit.
That doesn't
I
feel
was trying-
good.
Oh yeah, pause for shit.
You can
I'm
see
gonna
that is
sneak
the eye is red and blinking fervently right now.
Oh, I just braised the corneas of this eye.
God, it burns.
I'm just gonna go ahead and before I make this even worse now. Yeah.
So the king of
Can I
the
stealth off?
well, the king of the wanted doesn't completely leave the room here. He walks over to the other room. So like you've been kind of like crawling behind, like on your paws on all fours.
Like a fucking creep.
Yeah, you're like licking the eye, and like you're having like this internal dialogue where no one is hearing the conversation because it's in your head and Salazar's head. As you then like reach your paw out and like you take like the side of your hand and like try to wipe the eye, but you're basically wiping fur into his eye, and now everybody sees as the eye's blinking like crazy, just completely red and veiny from the discomfort.
Oh, poor eye. I sneak back to my my bed, like my hammock bed thing,
Okay.
like I never left, like I'm still waking up.
All right. And the king of the unwanted then turns around and then kind of greets you all like with a short bow before saying, "All right, well, this is the end of the road for you. This is about as far as I can take you. Thales' border is right about there. However, I can't get actually over the border because of the embargo. So, with that being said, the best I can do is drop you off in one of the outer villages closest to the wall. It's called Taza. T-A-Z-A. Pretty friendly place. You should be relatively safe. You know, might want to drop by and do a little bit of sightseeing. Also, I heard there's going to be a festival tonight, so that's going to be interesting. Not sure if you guys care about that, though.
Nothing good
No,
ever
it's
comes
good.
of festivals.
No, it's good. Lots of traffic means that.
Oh,
we
yeah.
get noticed less
It's
easily.
gonna be great.
Appreciate the ride, kid. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. I mean, you guys helped me out, and you repaired the ship, so it's the least I can do. Oh, yeah. Hey, Skullrish.
What's up, kid?
When's the last time you saw Skylar?
It's been a while since that meeting where Trish Senemic went all crazy on us.
Yeah. I was overhearing some rumors, so some of the ship crew, as we pass through, kind of like zip down every now and then to pick up some shipments. There's like stops that are like down below. They're kind of like outposts. I don't know if you've ever seen them in the southern spine. Kind of small, kind of dinky. They were saying that there's some rumors that Skylar is still alive. They've seen someone oddly familiar, just like her. However, she's not wearing, you know, her royal attire or anything like that. But the similarity is pretty uncanny. Just thought I'd let you know about that. Apparently, she fled out east.
Good to know she's still alive. She's one that got me all into this mess anyway, you know.
Yeah, I figured you'd want to know. She still owes you, right?
I would say so.
Alright. Well, that's all I got for you. Alright. Zip lines are out and ready. They're already deployed whenever you're ready.
I haven't seen Skylar in forever.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
think-
You guys kind of had like a thing going.
Yeah, working it.
Uh-huh,
As I walk up to the top deck on the ceiling.
Yeah. Just walking around on all the ceilings and stuff.
Yeah. Got to try these boots out, you know.
That's
If you're
fair.
gonna test things, you need to test them right.
Yeah. All right. So
I
what?
get up to the deck and walk sideways on the banister.
All right. And what does everyone else like to do?
Or ride me a zip line.
All right. You got it.
Sorry.
You're all good. Okay. And so, you all make your way over to the zip line and clipping yourselves on. The ship crew helps fasten you into harnesses. Like, basically, they're like quick release harnesses made out of leather straps and bits and bobs of cloth. It looks unstable when it's finally put on you. It actually like holds pretty tight. It's kind of impressive. As then you all jump off and descend down below.
I'm gonna
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna alpha it and not use one and slide down a rope.
Ooh, okay. Going for that rope burn.
Yeah, what you need me to roll?
I'm gonna need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw as you're trying to resist the abrasion of the rope against your hands. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I just rolled a natural one.
well, shit. Are you
got you, homie.
are you casting Featherfall on your homeboy Skullrish?
I am casting Featherball on my homeboy Skullers.
Oh, that is so clutch. All right. So, as you jump to grab the rope and you kind of like spin around, like grabbing it like hand over hand, kind of like you're about to like swing on it like a pole. Fexnar sees this and he's like, "Oh, this guy is about to like ruin his hands." So he quickly casts Featherfall, muttering the spell underneath his breath. As you now feel yourself significantly lighter, you're sliding down the rope, but sliding slow enough that like it's not hurting your hands whatsoever. So you freely descend down the rope. You're kind of like doing like cool poses and things like that as you're kind of like descending down. You kind of have your feet interlocked together to keep your
I'm gonna
lower
make
half
it
fastened.
look like I'm gonna make it look like I did this
Mhm.
and that this is all me.
Yep.
I'm gonna fully let him do that.
All right.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm just gonna walk down the rope.
Oh, hey, we love that. Okay. And so you jump off and you link both your feet onto the rope and you just slowly walk down, descending the rope. Like quite literally walking down like it's a catwalk.
Yeah.
When I see this, I'm gonna start walking down my rope too, and I'm gonna race him.
Oh,
I'm
oh
gonna
wait,
cast,
I see.
I'm gonna cast Gust on Skullrush.
Oh. And so you're both making your way down in stylish fashion. You see that Skullrush is now walking down. He's kind of like imitating your motion, but it's just Featherfall that's keeping him from falling too fast. As he goes down at a steady pace, you use Gust on him. I would say roll me a strength saving throw, but you're basically floating on air, so there's nothing to resist against. So you kind of like start to drift off slightly towards the back of the ship like a balloon as you're still slowly descending down. You're not too far away because the gust isn't that intense, but you are very much away from the cable. So you're kind of just like, you're doing the walking motion downwards, like face down, but there's nothing there around you. You're not walking on anything in particular, so you're just floating.
It's still a race in my eyes.
Yep.
I just look around. I just look around to see if anybody saw me cast Gust.
Listen, it's nothing but air out there. They're all looking down at you. They all saw you do that.
As long as Skullrush didn't see me, that's all that matters, and I take off running.
So you're running down the rope, Naruto style, making your way down the zip line. Would anyone else like to make their way down the zip line in a particular fashion?
No particular fashion. I'm just doing it.
All right.
Good times, Skullrush. Good times.
All right.
I'm gonna get that pole out, and I'm gonna like put it above the rope, and then have it go inside. Just like, not like I'm strapped in. I'm just like holding on to the piece of metal, going down.
Okay. Okay. And so. Oh wait, so you're strapped to the piece of metal, or you're holding onto the piece of metal?
I'm holding on.
Okay, got it. And so as you grab hold and the rest of you descend down the zip lines, you can hear the loud kind of zipper-like sound it makes. Zzz. As you quickly descend down, you can feel that the heat generating from the friction between the handles, the harness, and the cable itself as you descend down. It's not uncomfortable, it's just you can tell that there's a lot of energy being generated against the two. As you make fast pace down, you can actually see both Kane and Skullrush as you make your way down. You're seeing both of them like descend down at different paces, but slower in comparison to you all. As you can kind of like...
Wait, slower than Kelsey?
Yeah, you're going slower than Kelsey. Like they're all
Oh.
descending at a very rapid pace, and as they make their way a little bit past like the halfway point, you all can feel like a.
I just read what Skullrush typed out.
Yeah, I mean that's a very good question. So you can feel that I'll suddenly feel a lot of resistance happen. Like it almost like. The best way that I can describe it is almost like a parachute. You can feel like a great amount of resistance trying to pull you back upwards, like there's some kind of lift as you descend slower and slower towards the ground. Until finally, you can make out the details of the village itself. And you see this. One moment. Bop. Bop.
All right, I have to hop off and head to work, so I will be on back in a few minutes. If you want to go ahead and take over for my role, Skullrush.
So you're just doing what you do, and I'm just doing the roles. Is that what I'm understanding?
You'll pretty much play for the time being, and then in a little bit I'll get back on, hopefully. If not, you'll just continue,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Gotcha.
So just
Yep,
channel
I'm
your inner cat.
Oh, he knows exactly how I play.
He's
Okay,
prepared.
Gotcha.
He is prepped for this adventure.
And he is, yeah, he's very well aware of my shenanigans.
I'll go ahead and I'll give you permissions to Kane as well, so you can move his token around if you'd like.
Hey, thank-
Oh wait, you do have permission to it. Never mind, you're good.
Why you look at that?
It's almost
Do you
like
have
we
access
planned
to the
this.
sheet?
I mean, it's almost like we've been playing this campaign for like a year.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
And
point.
this situation has come up at least once before.
Do you have access to that sheet?
It should be on the
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, I'm pretty sure, like in the campaign.
Yeah, I got it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going over your features and traits, seeing what you can do.
It's a fucking laundry list, dude.
Yeah, you're Gloomstalker, Soul Rogue or some shit.
Soul knife, whole lot of shit
Yeah.
going on.
Okay.
Alrighty, I'll be back in a few. I'll be listening.
How do you
Alright.
put expertise on something on D&D Beyond?
But
Or I mean on Roll20.
On roll 20, oh heck, I know this. It's not in the usual spot. It's like in the
It's not roll.
so there's a sub menu
Okay.
that and basically you have to choose specifically which skill gets that expertise in that sub menu. I just don't remember where it is.
Is it in attributes and abilities?
I believe so, but I don't have a character with a roll 20 character sheet right now. Just hop into the launchers real quick, and I can tell you exactly. Okay. So, alright, so on Roll20, on your character sheet tab, in the three menus where it says Core Bio Spells and then the Settings button, click on the Settings button, and it's on that screen. And it's the middle column at the bottom, where all those stats say normal. You'll just click on the thing that says normal and you'll move it to expertise.
And that'll fix it.
Yeah.
It did. Cool.
What are we doing?
So
what do we...
we'll have. I was helping Genji figure out his
Okay.
his stuff. While I was
Yeah, you're all
letting him and
good.
Dag sort that out, and then
Yeah.
now that it seems that you guys have sorted that out, I will describe to you the environment. All right. So you can see down below that the cables have been fastened to the areas nearby this cobblestone road, and as you descend down, you can see that some of the villagers, traders, merchants, and the like are passing back to and fro. They're towards the middle thoroughway and see you all descend down, and some of them kind of like look up and point at you, and they look surprised as you come down with rapid speed. They're impressed by the airship, but they're more impressed to see you all as you all land gracefully down onto the ground. Some more than others, as Skullrush and Kane, how would you two like to land?
I'm just trying to race the cat to the finish, so I'm not really going for a fancy land. I'm just trying to beat him to the end.
Okay.
What I'm hearing is maximum speed.
Okay, so he's going at maximum speed as fast as Featherfall will let him go. And then
60 feet around.
Yep, 60 feet around until finally lands on all fours like a cat. trying to beat his pace. Meanwhile, Kane is also running down the cable at rapid speeds with his new pair of boots. We're going to do a roll-off. You both are going to roll D100s. In this case, you're basically going to roll 2 D100s here, Shad, as you determine who gets there first. First roll is Skullrish, second roll is Kane. Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There's still a chance.
Oh,
Oh.
Tricky Tabaxi. That tricky Tabaxi cheated.
That Tabaxi does a Naruto run down the cable all the way down. His arms are stretched all the way back behind himself. As he's going at rapid speeds, he goes double time to get down there. As he eventually kind of takes the boots and he grinds to a halt right before hitting the ground, and then hits a 3-point landing, causing a little bit of dirt, dust, and debris to kind of plume out around his landing point. And with that...
Yeah. Never race at Tabaxi. I should have known better.
Hey, well, everybody gets down there. I want to give 5 sessions worth of ammo back to Zeal.
5 sessions worth of ammo?
Yeah, because that's what I had beforehand for everything.
Gotcha. All right. So go ahead and mark off that you gave off 5 sessions worth of ammunition over to Zeal. Zeal, mark that you now have 5 sessions worth of ammunition.
Added on to what I already had.
Yep, onto what you already had.
Oh god, I forgot. We did something weird. I remember that the pistol, 1 session, or yeah, how many sessions worth of ammunition is that for a pistol?
It's basically like if you use the pistol, and basically if you get into combat and you use the pistol, that uses up 1 session automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I remembered us doing rifles took more than pistol or something. I don't know.
Yes, I believe so. So the rifle,
'Cause I remember.
the rifle takes 2, 2 per session, and then the pistol uses 1.
Do I still have my rifle?
You do indeed
Or is-
still have your rifle. Is it in your inventory?
Yes. I didn't know if we did it changed it for the other thing or not.
No, it's still the same rifle. You took that from a gun store, if you remember.
Anyone know what 7 plus 5
No,
is?
That what?
Start.
12.
7 plus 5 is 12. Start. Let's just say that Taith gave it back to you.
Well,
Got
here. Hold up. Can me in secrets, Percy.
Yeah, sure. Okay, what's up?
I thought I made the snub nose out of the rifle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did. That's
Okay,
right.
so I couldn't remember, so that's why I was
Yeah, you
making
did.
sure.
You did make it into snub nose. That's correct.
Cool.
All right,
That's all.
back we go. All right.
Okay. So how we feeling?
We chillin', dog.
We chilling?
We chillin'.
I'm glad you guys are chilling. It's hot as fuck in my room.
Oh shit, you good?
Actually,
Like-
getting it decently cold-ish. in Texas.
You've been getting that hurricane wind, though.
Feels nice though.
Yeah.
So nice. It was hella cool this morning. I looked out.
So we in
But,
Taza.
yeah, I'm gonna give all that ammo back to Seal.
Thank you.
Give me 1 moment.
One moment later.
right, here we go. And so, as you all make your landings at the bottom of the zip lines, some of you not really even touching a zip line, the villagers and the travelers and bystanders that were along that cobblestone path watched you, and they all kind of point at you. You can hear their sounds of awe and wonder as they cheer your arrival. Someone in the crowd then points out, "Hey, I know you! You're those Nayel Slayers, right?" And like everybody else kind of like looks at each other, and they're like looking kind of like surprised as like all start to like cheer and applaud. And then they point at you here, Kelsier, and they point towards your arm. "Hey, yeah, I know that one. That guy's Kelsier. Yeah, look, whoa, it's real. He has the arm."
I'm gonna detach it.
Some of the women gasp, but some of the men kind of like applaud and cheer, and some of the kids are just like, "Wow!" And then some people point at you here, Kane. They're like, "Wait, that's the cat man. He's the one that licks things. Hey, Mister, can you lick something for us?"
He does a meow and licks his weapon, but he's looking towards Kelsier while Kelsier
Here, I'm
detach
gonna
his arm.
here. Whenever they say like, "Can you lick something?" I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hand the arm to Kane. I'm gonna be like, "Do you want to?"
Kane will lick it, but he'll also make an investigation while he licks it.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Does he want to do the investigation or the identify thing?
Oh yeah, D100. See if he even.
Well,
like,
he's
identifies.
doing an investigation so that he can understand how it attaches and deattaches.
Okay.
But
Oh,
here's
gotcha.
the lick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he most definitely does get an identify off. All right.
Do we want to do it when he gets back? Or...
Yeah, let's.
Right now?
Yeah, we'll save that for when he actually gets back. But hold me to that he actually does get an identify off on that
I'll remind you.
that arm. Yeah. It's not gonna be a full identify though, so it's still gonna be kind of vague. So, you can explain what it does, but don't give him the stats behind what it does.
Okay.
Like the metrics, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And they like look over at you here, scholars, and they're like, look, it's the Wolfman. And then they kind of like look at you. Some of the kids are like, rawr, and like they're making like little noises at you.
I'll brandish my claws. They're the white claws.
The
so
white
I got
claws?
the magical ones, the war glows.
Yeah, you got the white claw. Well, you have a white claw in each hand.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Be packing.
Yeah, he do be packing. All right, and then they look at you, here, Zeal, over in the back. It's like, that's the Spoon Man. Spoon Man, Spoon Man, Spoon Man, Spoon Man. Show
Hey,
us your
so,
spoon.
So it comes out, but it turns into a butter knife. Cause fuck these kids. Fuck them kids.
Going full Michael Jordan on these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a butter knife. They're not getting a spoon.
Fair
Spoon
enough.
is for my enemies.
And then they look at the big imposing figure of Fexnar and like, wow, Fexnar. Can we see your hand axe?
It's famous even here.
I pull out the hand axe and I hand it to a kid.
And then the kid,
And as he's looking it over, I'm gonna call it back to my hand, teleport it back to my hand, and
Oh.
just give him the wag finger. No, no, no.
oh. And then he grabs the stick off the ground, and like he like kind of like looks at you, like gives you a cheeky smile, and then says, "Look, I'm Fexnar." And then he throws the stick like on the ground, like a few feet away, and all the kids laugh with him.
I demand to know what that child rolled.
You rolled a 5.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god. go.
Oh,
Yeah,
by the way,
well-
I'm gonna change sub expectations to its proper form of a miniature boxy and put it back on my shoulder.
Okay, you got it. You got a boxy.
There we go. There's a
Miss
gif
the
in
info
chat
on the
box.
arm.
Oh wait, what about the arm?
Let's send him a text.
Oh yeah,
He told me.
Okay, so
Atta boy, Shad. Atta boy.
I
Trying
can
not to let you down.
I can snap my fingers and anyone within a 15 radius can't hear me. And I get extra damage to an unarmed strike.
God damn.
And that's all.
All right.
Funny enough, the first time he used that snap, it wasn't even used in combat. He used it against Ak just because Ak was pissing him off.
Oh, because of the Kelsey thing.
Yeah. Yes. So he snapped his fingers and made him go temporarily deaf.
Ak was like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah. That was great.
I'm gonna be listening. I'll let y'all do the talking.
All right, you got it. So as you make your way down on the ground, a bunch of villagers and travelers start to kind of flock around you. It seems that word has passed by quite quickly about your feats as Niall Slayers. Like some people are kind of just crowding around you, trying to ask questions. Other people are trying to get you to shake their hands. Others are kind of offering their scabbards of their swords and things like that to be like, can you sign this, please?
If that's the case, Percy, hypothetically, could sub expectations successfully work as a pen, or no?
No, it cannot work as a pen, unfortunately, because
That's
it would have to
a
be it would have to have something consumable to use, or actually mark something.
You could make it an ink pen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you could
right.
dip it in ink. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would actually be kind of baller.
I'm gonna do that and actually sign a motherfucker's scabbard.
All right. So someone gets a zeal signature. All right. Anybody? What is everybody else doing here as you're being flocked by a bunch of fans and groupies?
I'm watching my pockets and make sure none of these kids trying to take my monies.
Okay.
Percy, how would you describe the economic state of this village, based off of what we can see?
Based off of what you can see, you can tell
If
that
need
this
be, I
village.
will roll perception.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception. There's quite a bit of tree line here, but you can kind of make out the details of the village from a distance.
There you go.
Oh, goddamn. You can tell that the socioeconomic status of this place is actually surprisingly well off. Although it's called a village, you could tell this goes on for a while. You could even argue that, this is, on the verge of becoming a small town, even. You can tell that the greenery is well taken care of, the waters are clean. You can see that many of the people, if not all the people around you, they're quite diverse in race as well as their appearance in terms of clothing. Seems like every adventurers are well equipped, and the townspeople seem to be happy and well fed. You can also see that they have an abundance of a farmland that you can see to the northwest.
Yeah. Is there anywhere in the city where it still looks like it's kind of under construction, like it's still working on it?
That is a good question. You can kind of see that a little bit over towards the northwest, further out. You can barely make out the details. It's quite vague, but you could tell that it looks like there's a building that's incomplete on that side of the village.
Question on geology. Are we in the realm of Thalos, or is Thalos a city and we're in the lands of? How's that?
Oh, good question. Thalos is a realm in and of itself, and there are several villages and cities that reside in it. There is one wall that kind of stretches across the region of Thalos, protecting a good majority of the cities and villages therein. However, there are some villages, such as Taza, the one that you are right on the outskirts of, that are outside of the Thalian Wall. That the reason being is that there are certain plants that grow more ideally just in that spot in between like the arid desert and the lush green that is Thalos.
So we were told that the seat of life is in Thalos, which means it could be in any city or town, village within this land of Thalos. There's not an actual town we're heading towards
That
named
is-
Thalos.
That is correct.
Okay. So we're kind of here. We're actually not heading somewhere else. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought we were heading to like a town or a big capital or something called
Yeah.
Thalos, but actually, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. That's what I needed
Mhm.
to know.
You got it. Yeah, so you're in the region of Thalos, and you know that the life tree resides somewhere here in this region. As for the information about like the whereabouts, very little is known, as information and geography isn't really shared all too much currently at this time. It's very early in the re-exploration of Initia. So it's kind of one of those things where you have to like figure out from like town to town, and eventually you kind of like figure out where you're going when you're going long distances. If it's within the region, it's pretty easy to navigate around, especially like if you have a local at your disposal. But unfortunately, you do not. However, technically, I think we did discuss that Grundark is from Thalos, if I'm correct.
I probably have it wrote down on Grundark, but I haven't looked at his sheet in a while.
Yeah, because I believe like the reason being is that Thalos has many clans that are essentially like equivalent to like samurai. Like Thalos is heavily like Asian inspired.
Oh, then that's perfectly ideal.
Yeah. So, for example, if you had Grundark here accompanying you right now, it would be much easier to navigate around Thalos. However, unfortunately, he's not currently here with you, and so it'll be quite difficult for you all to find where you're going.
I guess we'll head towards the inn or something like that, unless the villagers are taking us somewhere in particular.
No, they're just
Yeah,
like
are they
they're
just
they're just
crowding
kind of
around us?
yeah, they're just crowding around you. They're all just trying to like shake your hand or get autographs or just ask you questions. They're kind of just like being a
Fanboys.
nuisance. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I try and
So I don't have a pen on me. Can I start licking scabbards and testing my identify as well?
Yes, you most certainly can.
try and
If
like
you don't mind, Chad.
remove myself from this situation without being noticed?
No, they're completely surrounding you. Not even the greatest of phantom thieves can get out of this situation.
Son of a
They're
bitch.
they're like on every single side. They're like
I pull
shoulder
out
to
my
shoulder.
pistol and fire into the air.
Oh. So as you point your pistol up into the air and fire, a lot of the townspeople they kind of like cower it for a moment, but then they look up into the sky and they're like, "Ooh," and like they kind of like look at you in wonder.
And I
as
use
they're-
intimidation and yell, "Make a goddamn hole,
Make
Okay.
a hole.
make a path, something." Like in this fucking ginormous crowd.
roll me intimidation.
I kind of
Gladly.
wanted to speak up and ask if they could guide us to an inn.
Let's see. A few people disperse, but not a whole lot of people, but enough that you can actually kind of start weaving through.
Okay, good enough.
Kelsier, would you like to ask one of the townspeople one of the villagers if there is a tavern or inn?
I'm just gonna try and get like attention, and I'm gonna yell, like, "What's the best inn around here? And can you take us?"
I might know a good one. Was the one I usually frequent. It's the Madmire Inn. Should be close by. Well, I say close, but it's really more on the other side of the village if you'd like to go for a bit of a scenic stroll. An older individual says. He kind of has peppered hair of black and white. He has it kind of like slicked back and tied back in a ponytail. He has a very large pack on his back, and it seems to be carrying kind of like an array of logs on it.
Sounds good to me.
All right, right this way. Follow me. and he begins to lead you along. So this is where I can show you the other part of the map, because Taza is quite a big village. One moment. As y'all make your way over to the northwest end of Taza, you all drop in here. Bop, bop. Okay, and then Chexnar. And where is Skullrish? Skullrish. Oh no, that is Skullrish as a doggo. There we go. And there you go. As y'all make your way over to the northwest, you can see the scale of the village itself, as this villager leads you forward until he points out a particular building. It's one of the larger ones. It's over right here on my ping towards the very northwest end. You can see on the outside it's much larger, 2 stories. It's kind of an L shape. You can see that it's well tiled, well maintained. You can see that there's a couple of stray cats that kind of sit outside, but they're quite well behaved and polite. They're kind of just like looking at their own paws, as they're attracting the attention of the local children, who kind of just like crouch down. They're like kind of trying to like pull the cats over towards them with like a little bit of pss, 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 pss. You can see that there are some windows at the front that are not quite completely transparent. They're almost kind of icy in texture and appearance, but you can kind of make out the movement of many different individuals at several tables, as well as some individuals dressed in white tops and red long skirts that are skirting about across the floor of the tavern section. You can see that a sign hangs above, made of a polished, not polished, but well, yeah, like a polished sheen mahogany that reads Madmare's Tavern.
Just go inside. Try to get a table if there's one open.
Ah, yes, there we go. Thank you, Varnished. All right. So then, do you all walk in?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
And so you all head inside. One moment, please. Now loading.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah, I love that. Alright.
That quote you just gave, Chad, reminded me of playing Gauntlet Legends like 20 years ago.
Baldur's Gate for me. I just hear, "Hey, yeah, it's me, Emmeline." That's every time I play that game. That's all I can hear. I kick her out of the group early.
I feel like I want to go back and play Baldur's Gate, but I feel like it's just such a meaty game that I'd never be able to play it again.
They're evil, but
Whoa.
Oh, you're,
Cutting
like
out a bit, Chad.
you're cutting out
Shit.
a lot.
yeah, I get lagged from my wife here and there.
Jade immediately.
At least it's better than this morning.
Yeah, it'll be periodic. Oh, Montaron is his name. Montaron and Xanthar. They're the best pair in it.
Okay. Put in
I'm still standing.
All right. Now just dropping your tokens in.
I have to play some Baldur's Gate, man.
That actually sounds so fun.
I'm playing a hardcore Rust, so no map, no compass, no teams, no UI, no green dots. You know what I mean?
What?
No, there's no global chat. The only thing that if you say anything in global, only people within 100 meters will see it. It's crazy, dude.
What the fuck?
I'm doing a solo on a 3-man solo duo trio server. It's fun as hell.
That's crazy. I'm kind of curious on how that plays out.
Everybody's a lot less toxic because you know your area and your area only, and without chat to really fuel the toxicity, you actually get to see people for kind of how they are. A lot of people, I tried to grub a guy and I kill him, and I'm primitive with a DB, and he's got a SAR and stuff. He's like, dude, that was fucking awesome. It scared the shit out of me. And he comes back later and he's just like, hey, bro, we're not gonna raid you. We just want to be chill. We see you're solo, and I'm like, do you want your 1500 cloth back? Because he was loaded. And he's like, no, you keep it, bro. It's all good. And everybody's just been, pretty cool because it's just a lot less toxic because you keep running into the same people in your area. You don't know where everything is, so it's hard to go all the way across the map, let alone find your way back. You're only allowed 5 bags. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, that actually is so good.
It's pretty fun. It's a good solo experience. We're gonna have like 16 people to swipe though when swipe happens, so it's gonna be crazy.
Damn. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. All right. All right. And so, you all enter the tavern and inn. You can see that it's actually quite quaint on the inside. Well lit. You can see lanterns are hanging across the walls. You can see that the glass that contains them are all stained, so they're emitting different multicolored lights as you enter in. You can see that the walls are well decorated with paintings and the like, and there's quite a bit of people like kind of frequenting around in the open gathering spaces, as well as occupying themselves at tables and chairs, and so there's even lounge chairs off to one side that you can see, and a door opens slightly. Oh, I got you. Pop. Thank you.
Aha.
As you enter in, you can see that there is a familiar face that appears for you. One moment, please.
Gotta get your incarnate link password. These are some of the best maps, bruh.
Right. There's some really good maps on Incarnate. Dun, 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 dun.
Is this one of the ones I found or a different one?
Oh, this is a different one.
Nice.
Trying to pop up a familiar face. Faces that
Oh,
are
dude, I
familiar.
found this different ice mountain thing.
Ooh, okay.
Like picture. I put it in that shared album.
Okay. And you see this individual appears to be a half-elf with green hair that approaches you all. Gives you a nice polite smile as she says, "Hello, welcome to Huh. Well. It's been a long time, hasn't it?" She kind of like pops out her hip and puts her fist on her hip.
And I asked for a reminder.
So if you remember, you almost crashed into this outpost in Band of Blades on your first session, and the only the tavern establishment that was there was owned by a woman named Gwendolyn. The location was called Gwendolyn's Respite.
That's Gwendolyn.
Yep, this is Gwendolyn.
And I didn't try to hook up with Gwendolyn.
You listen, dude. You make your decisions, right? And like you missed out on that window.
Apparently, I did.
It just be like that.
It do be like that. Damn. Can't believe I never full screen that image.
Yeah.
Skolrish was not with the group at that time. I don't know this lady.
That is true. You do not know this lady. However, the other 4 individuals in the party do know who this person is. Does anyone react? Anyone react to her?
Hey, beautiful. How's it been going?
Didn't you?
I.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Gwyn?
It's
That's right, isn't
it's Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
And then she like looks over at Zeal. It's like, you vomited on my floor, didn't you?
Oh, that's right. I did. That's why I never tried. Yeah, maybe.
Huh. Well, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Look, I'm in AA now.
What's an AA?
That's not even.
Asshole alcoholics.
Like, they don't even try to solve their problems. They just like gather around other asshole alcoholics so that they can sympathize with each other.
Yeah. They gather around other alcoholics and just start pounding beers back until they all become assholes to everyone else in the bar.
Honestly, seems legit.
It's teaching me tolerance. It's how I've gotten to the point where I can drink more.
Definitely not how that works.
All right.
Yeah, if you drink enough, your tolerance goes up.
Or you start blacking out, and it gets
Yeah, I
easier and
mean-
easier to black out.
That's, you know what? Then I wouldn't have known that I threw up.
True. That is true. Yeah.
Anyways, it's good to see you all.
It's
Strange.
good to see you as well.
Strange to think that you guys are just a couple, just a bunch of small-time adventurers. Little did I know, now I'd be hearing around these parts that you guys are Niall Slayers? Still not really
Yeah, we're
sure what
big
that is.
time. We're big time now, lady.
Think
Ah.
really ugly, gooey tentacle monster.
That sounds like nightmare fuel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Look, maybe you'd be able to help us on our next step of our journey there. You could say you pointed us in the right direction, so to speak. But we're going to need a table and a little bit of privacy before we talk about that kind of thing.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. You're looking for
Maybe a drink.
privacy, of course. Privacy and drink. I can spare you. Ooh, you're just in luck. So this room over here, and she points in this direction here through a larger door, is one of our more private quarters. Has nice, comfy, luxurious seats in there, a nice fireplace to keep warm, and a nice table to lay out your maps if you have any. I can spare that room. There's an opening.
We'll be the judge of that, Mrs. We are Niall Slayers after all.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Dolores, shut the hell up. She's an old friend.
Try-
Gwendolyn, how much does that room normally cost people?
Normally it would cost roughly about, it's a bit on the fancier side, about 50 gold.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
If
gonna
I give you
just-
100, can you also add in rooms for all of us?
I most certainly could.
Okay, consider it done.
Pleasure doing business. She takes your money, she takes your coin, and she struts along, leading you over to the door. As she kind of passes by, she holds onto the banister and she kind of gives you like the over the shoulder look here, Zeal, as she then continues to usher you guys towards the door, and opens it for you, swinging it wide open to show you the inside.
Yeah, this will be perfect.
I'm gonna lay down on this couch, like, just take up the whole thing.
Just sprawled out on the couch. That sounds so nice, close to the fireplace. Oh yeah. That's good stuff. Make yourselves comfortable. I'll go ahead and I'll bring your first round of drinks. I assume that you all want the usual. Bad decision.
No, no, I'm looking for something like a seltzer kind of water with some like
Oh,
vodka or something in there, and then put like maybe a little bit of raspberry or something. We're gonna call it a White Claw.
Ah, yes, of course. Right away, right away.
Gwendolyn, do me something a little lighter than bad decision. I think we both know how that turned out last time.
I have a... Well, actually, we have a couple of bottles that just came in of a questionable decision.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, it's a little bit on the bitter side at first, but then it has a sweet aftertaste. Kind of interesting.
Sure, we can do that.
All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, bring one of the 2 bottles.
All right. And then she disappears for a bit. And you wait for a few minutes as you're all kind of getting comfortable and getting settled. Fexnar, you're getting close to the fireplace, kind of like, how are you like just sitting on the floor? Or are you crisscross applesauce? Like how's this?
I'm sitting on the floor with my back to the fire.
No.
Just as close as I can get to, like on the verge of it being painful, but I like heat.
Okay. Is there something about Fexnar that we should know?
No, I just like being warm.
Oh, he's like literally cooking over there.
He doesn't have a living box giving him warmth anymore on his shoulder, so he's gotta make up for the difference.
No, he still has Boxy. It's just Boxy's open
Boxy-
now.
Oh, that's right. That's
Foxy's
right. I
still
couldn't
around.
remember.
He's just kind of team mascot. He's not really like an active part of
Gotcha.
the story.
I couldn't remember if we lost him or if he
No.
like just wasn't attached to you anymore or what happened.
No, he literally won't let go.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like he can detach freely now, but he refuses to leave Fexnar alone. He's like attached at the hip to Fexnar.
Nice.
Yeah. Whereas before, like it
Uh,
wouldn't even leave him. It was like a dog with separation anxiety. He just would not let go.
By the way, I want to like exit the ring and talk to Gwendolyn for a moment when
Okay.
she comes on her way back.
Okay. And so she exits back out and she has like a whole platter of like several assortments of bottles as well as glasses on another platter.
Need help carrying any of that?
Yeah, sure, that would be great. Here. And she
I
hands you the
grab
one with
whatever
the...
she hands me.
Yeah, she hands you the platter of glasses.
So what got you over here instead of at the Gwendolyn's respite?
Well, see, it just simply wasn't really like worth it at that point. After Damascus and Xander left, a lot of other people started to seek out other opportunities. And, after a while, you can only get to serve so many travelers. I mean, it's an outpost after all.
Absolutely. I have a weird question before we go in.
Sure.
Have you seen anybody of the undead blood-sucking variant? Anyone that came through here?
Listen, Zeal, I'm not sure what you're into, but I don't think I would know anything about that.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good. Set the glasses down on the table.
All right. And so she sets down the bottles and on this table over here, and you can see like there is an assortment of some different varieties of ales, some meads. You see some pale ales, honey meads. You can see that there is a bottle of a bad decision, a certified favorite, as well as another bottle of a questionable decision.
Don't even.
Yeah.
Um,
Remember, your actions have consequences.
Gwendolyn, do you have a?
How is it my consequence?
It's
Gwendolyn,
it's not.
How much does all of this cost, by the way?
Yes, for all these bottles here, basically, you have a variety platter. That will go for about 2 gold.
I'm gonna hand her 3.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll leave you all to your own devices. Give you some
Hey,
privacy here.
oh,
Oh.
1 second before you go there.
Yes.
I got a question to ask you.
Sure.
I look at the group. We are at to talk about our business in front of her. I'm about ready to ask
Yes.
her a sensitive question.
It's
think
not
that's
that it's safe. It's that I don't think she cares.
I mean, if this is what I think it is, I have a girlfriend.
Holy shit! Everybody's not interested in you, hot tootsie there, whatever your name is. I'm looking for what's in your head, not what's on your body. All right?
Oh, I see. I see.
Jesus Christ Almighty. So, listen. Tree of life. What can you tell me?
Oh, yeah, I have heard about that a little bit. Sounds quite strange. Yeah, it's a very large tree, lots of lights on the inside, um, every single color of the rainbow and leaves. Strange fey-like tree people on the inside.
Yeah, that sounds a ticket. What way, honey? What way?
Looks, if I remember correctly, it's somewhere called the Land of the Beast. It's further in towards Thalos, towards the far east. There should be a forest. I forgot the name of it. It is. I can't remember the name of the forest, but I just know it's in the Land of the Beast.
That's good enough. To the east. That's what we needed to know. I thank you.
I have
To the east.
one question. Is there a library in town?
Library in town? Actually, now that you mention it, there is. It's quite small and quaint, but it does do the job. A lot of the local townsfolk kids, as well as the elderly, like to visit it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Did anyone else have any other questions for me?
You own this place or just work here?
Oh, I just work here for now, but the goal is for me to save up enough money to actually purchase my own land and my own establishment.
About how much would that cost?
That would be about, in this area, it would be about 1,000.
How much do you have saved up?
Right now, only about 300.
If I covered the rest, would you be willing to split the profits 50-50? You'd have full ownership. I would just hope that I would be able to make kind of some passive income.
Sir, why are you offering me so much money? I mean, it would be a tavern that are you planning to live in the area?
Not necessarily, but I'm sure we'll see you again, and so I'd hope at some point that, it would be profitable.
I'm gonna shoot a message at her, and I'm just gonna be like, take the deal. The guy's a total wingnut when it comes to spending cash.
Sure, I would gladly accept that.
You said you have 300?
Yes, 300.
Okay, and are you planning to open like a tavern like this where you're also selling beverages and food?
Correct. I would actually be setting it up in the neighboring village. It's not too far away. It's about 2 hours out. Let's see. So this place is Taza. So the language is quite strange. I think it's called Rael. Rael.
Gotcha. Above board, Percy, does this world have like some form of sending? Like, is there a way to send physical items?
Physical
Pigeons,
items
something?
other than Ox Traveling Shop? No.
So I would have to find a way to get by to collect it.
Correct.
You would have to know a better wizard than I am.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Gwendolyn, here's what I'm gonna do. You need 700 to get where you want to be. Okay.
Okay.
For the time that we're in this town, I would ask that you continue to help us out and serve us. Of course, we can be generous, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you 800. That finishes the 700 and gives you 100 to start getting food, beverages, everything you need in hopes that we can split the profit. Are you comfortable with doing 50-50?
I was thinking more 70-30 in my favor.
What if we did 60-40 in your favor?
65-35.
60/40 until you pay me back my investment, and after that, we can move it to 80/20.
Okay, done.
Perfect.
All right, it's a deal. And she spits in her hand and then offers her hand out to you.
I shake it.
Eh,
All right.
How would you like me to give this to you?
Preferably in, I don't know, gold.
I hand her a bag of 800 gold.
that's a bit conspicuous.
A
I'm
very
gonna
large bag.
Anybody got any plats?
Does he
I've got
break
3
this
plats.
table too?
Oh, I do have 3 plats. I do
Oh,
have
yeah.
3 plats. Of what would plats be in consideration to gold?
It would be like 30 gold, I believe.
No, we're just handing her a bag of 800 gold. And
Yeah.
we're not going to put it on the table. We're putting it on the ground.
Yep. So she like she reaches out to grab the bag of gold, but because it's 800 gold, he goes whoop and just like slams into the ground. She's like, "Oh, all right, thanks, Seal." And she's like
no
slowly
problem.
dragging it out of the room. It's like dragging along the floorboards, and
Best
she's
of
like
luck.
backpedaling
I look
out.
forward to being successful partners.
Yes,
I
of course.
literally can't watch her throw out her back like that. I'm gonna cast enhanceability, give her advantage on the
Oh.
strength check.
And all of a sudden, her back straightens out as she's easily able to now lift it up. It's still like hanging slack, but she's able to hold it and at least stand up upright as she walks out, kind of like wobbling.
Thanks, Doug.
I was gonna cast reduce.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So,
you
so
can
it's
still
just
do that.
baby money after that.
Yeah, baby money. Do you want to cast baby money on it?
Well, I'll hold concentration for like. Oh, it's like up to a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've got a lot more spell slots than I actually have powerful spells. So just me slinging them around like this, it's not a big deal. Just so we're clear.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And so she wobbles out with the large bag of gold. She says, "Thank you, Zeal. Much appreciated.
problem.
That's very kind of you."
I'll try and swing by as soon as I can. Just if you can, have my portion ready.
All right. And she wobbles out and she goes back into the other room and like you can kind of hear the faint sound of, "Hey, sweetheart, guess what happened?" As she leaves into the other room, and now you're on your own, left to your own devices.
Do we want to discuss, or can I maybe run to the library and try and grab us some books about the area?
Well, I'm gonna say first of all, hey gang, I need your help with something. I need something for Lydia, and it may not actually be legal or available.
What is it?
You remember that tank she came in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need one of those.
Okay.
How would we hypothetically do that?
I don't know. Meeting time.
So, here's my suggestion. Okay. My suggestion: find someone who can do it, not necessarily in the eyes of the public, and we will get it from them.
Well, here's the deal. I think between me and Kelsier, we can probably figure out a way to, like, make something.
Okay.
The issue is the actual juice. The remnant water that she was in. We need that.
Would,
Got
could
a
we
tip from a
maybe?
little birdie that there's some in this region, but I don't know where it is. I'm just letting you guys know.
I could.
How much do we need?
Enough for her to bathe in.
How do we collect it?
No idea.
I think that's the problem here.
I could.
What if we just soak Kelsey in some water?
What were we
I
saying,
don't think
Chad?
that would work.
could.
So,
change my form and ask around the town. I wouldn't be able to track it back to us that way.
I'd appreciate it.
How do we feel about maybe like a suit or some piece of clothing that
I'm
could
just-
maybe retain the water?
I'm
I feel like
just
that'd
looking
be the
for
better option, if
just
possible.
looking for the remnant water, right, and a way to get it to you guys, right? You guys are doing the rest.
Yeah.
Skullridge. Would you like help in that?
I mean, if you want to be noticed asking around, I'm gonna change my face and my form into something else so nobody knows it's us
What do I
asking.
have? Do I have what I want? I have a disguise kit. Percy, what does a disguise kit do again?
Disguise kit just based off of a performance check will determine whether or not the contents of the disguise kit will mask you enough from being noticed as someone. So as you could tell, you're quite popular in this area. So right now, as you are, you're easily noticeable in a crowd. However, with a good disguise kit, it'll be much more difficult for people to notice who you are. It won't be impossible, but it's improbable that someone will notice you.
I would like to look at Skulrish and ask him if he thinks this disguise would work.
You're gonna need to change your clothes and your
Yeah, I'm gonna use the disguise kit.
stuff like that. Otherwise, your attire is easily recognizable.
Could we like give him critiques so that he could get advantage on that, or like the help action?
Yeah. Yeah, you would. The disguise kit itself is like mostly like a lot of things that would like alter your facial features, like makeup and such. I don't think the disguise kit actually has any like spare clothing in it, so you'd have to procure the clothing somehow to like disguise.
I mean,
what you look like.
hypothetically speaking,
Mhm.
couldn't I just take off my cloak?
That's true.
Since
You've
that-
always kept the
I've
cloak on.
always worn it.
That's
I could
true.
just literally take off the cloak, like hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, you could. In fact, I think you guys have stolen a few bits of clothing in your previous adventure.
I believe we have actually. What do I have?
Yeah, we have.
I know I have
We
clothing.
have those. I held on to one actually. We have that.
Yeah, the cult outfits,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think I held on to one. I gotta find it.
Yeah, the mask and cloak from the. I wrote down Sand Assassin.
Yep, I have a tattered cult outfit.
All right. So yeah, you have a few things here that would definitely make you look very much different.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna try and disguise myself.
Okay. And so I'm assuming your other party members are critiquing you, so they're basically giving you the help action here, so you can roll your performance at advantage.
Haha.
Ooh, nice.
There you
Okay,
go.
that was big.
Sweet.
With your 24 performance, you can kind of see like your party members as they're like kind of have their arms crossed. Some of them have like their fists to their chins as they look at you, and you can see as some of them are giving like approving nods, like, yeah, this could work.
You could take the
And-
cloak off.
I'm going to I'm gonna look at oh shit. Dag just walked away. But I'm gonna proceed to give Fexnar all of my actually, don't we have rooms? We got rooms, right?
Yeah, you literally paid for them.
Yeah, I did. You're right. I'm gonna go up in my room and put down every weapon apart from my revolver, 1 session's worth of ammo, and sub expectations, which is now gonna be turned into a belt.
All right, you got it. Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's real. What's up, Scottish?
Before I change my form, I'm still as Skulrish. I'm gonna go knock on Gwendolyn's
Oh.
door.
Okay.
That was a mistap. My bad.
All
While
right.
everybody's kind of separating, I'm going to head to the library.
You got it. All right, Scottish. So you knock on the door, and Gwendolyn like cracks open the door and peeks out and sees you, and she swings it open. Oh, hi. You're
Skulrish. It's all right.
Scottish.
It's all right. I got one more sensitive question. All right, if I come inside for just a second, hate to intrude on such an hour.
No, not at all. Come on in.
So you was really helpful before, and I'm looking for something, and it ain't really it's kind of taboo, you know what I mean? I'm looking for something called remnant water. You know anything about that?
Oh yes, remnant water. Kind of dangerous. Burns to the touch. Yeah.
Yeah, looking for some of that, and I was told somebody or something around here might be a source of that remnant water. What you know about that?
Oh, that's right. Yes. I don't know of their name, but I do know where they're located. I could draw it out for you and show you where that plant is. It's not really much of a plant. It's more of just a very small factory, a minor building in this village. But it produces a surprising amount of it, enough to be prominent in the area.
Perfect. You know, you are most helpful. While she's drawing up the map, I'll put, I guess, 20 gold on her on her little table.
Oh my gosh, that's quite generous. Well, I guess that comes with becoming Niall Slayers. And she kindly takes the gold, and she brings out a piece of parchment from the shelf here. She brings it back over, and she begins to scrawl out a crude map for you. You receive a map of Taza.
Yeah, all right. Perfect.
Hey,
After giving her the money, it's good to have friends, and I'll shut the door. You have a good evening,
Have a good evening, scholars.
and then I'll
Go
go
ahead
back
and meet up
to the
with
group.
scholars. Oh,
I'm gonna go over here in private real quick though, and then I'll change my form. If there's like a native of the town, I'm gonna look like I'm a native of the town, and whatever the clothing they had, I'll use my jester's attire to mimic a native's clothing as well.
Okay.
I'll have to spend a couple minutes with my actor feet around natives, so hopefully I can pick up their dialect when I talk as well.
Okay, you got it. And just for funsies above the board, if anyone is wondering, Thalos has his own language, which is Thalian, which is my country's language, Tagalog.
Shit, I can't speak
Cool.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I cannot speak that.
But it's all good. It's just like one of those things where like there were like a lot of Filipinos that were joining into Act 2, so I thought it would be something a little bit cool for them to have.
Did you say Tagalog?
Tagalog, Tagalog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard that of that language.
it's pretty neat. It kind of sounds roughly similar to Indonesian. All right, and so you're disguising yourself, both your appearance and your clothes, and using your actor's feet. We're using, I think, like 1 or 2 minutes of exposure to the dialect to kind of like be able to imitate at least the accent in common. Is that correct?
Yeah, let me
Gotcha. All right. Mimicry and dramatics, you gain the following benefit. Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay, I remember this one. I think Kindred has this feat.
Yep, you are right.
Hell yeah, I love that feat. All right, and so you are properly disguised. You've used your shape-shifting ability as well as your jester's clothes to disguise yourself, and you actually look quite convincing. You definitely look like one of the townsfolk that you passed by in the crowd on the way here. You kind of like you test out your voice a little bit. You kind of like alter it here and there, doing little tweaks. And after a while, you just sound like one of like the local townspeople who are like asking for autographs and to shake your hand.
Yes, you have autograph.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty
All right,
accurate.
let's go.
I'll look him dead in the eyes and go, well, that's a weird one. Let's go.
All right. And so then let's go over the plan here really quick. So the plan of action. So Scholars and Zeal, what are you doing?
I'm gonna tell Zeal. I have found a way to the plant where they make the water for the remnant water. You come with, yes?
I thought that was why I put on the disguise kit.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
really
let's-
for more
let's
of me
go.
as the DM.
So yeah,
Oh, I know
we're
that's like my legitimate response.
Oh,
as
I'm a-
Seal.
I'm gonna got this map, and I'm gonna lead us to the plant where this water is. We're in case the joint
Cool.
see what's going on. Maybe go inside and buy some of the water if it looks legit. If it looks
That's what I was about to ask. Are we buying or stealing?
Let's well, probably not stealing, but let's just see what happens. You know, when we get there, it might be
Okay.
unsavory people who will kill us instead, and that's when we come back with the group and we go Power Rangers their ass.
Yeah, that is why I'm bringing 2 weapons, just in case.
Let me know if you need some stealing done.
I will definitely.
There's a high likelihood
Sure.
that stealing will occur.
I'm not trying
Oh,
to steal.
Kane's good at that.
All right, and then
Zeal's not terrible at it.
Mhm. And then-
Zeal's not terrible at stealing.
yeah. I mean, you're both rogues, right? So
Yeah. He definitely has higher stuff than I do.
let's see. Kelsier, you are going to the local library, is that correct?
Yep.
All right. Fexnar, what are you doing at this time?
Fexar's just gonna hold down the fort.
Okay.
Just gonna stay right here, be home base.
Okay. You got it.
Actually,
Modifier.
I'm gonna go
Flipstar, do you want to
directly.
come with me? We can do some research about Lydia's what we need to get for that stuff while we're out.
Okay, question because I never established it. Where is Lydia right now?
That is a very good question, sir. Where do you think she is?
Either it's still on the boat or with us. Those are the two options.
She's
for
on the
answer.
ship. She's on the
Okay.
ship.
Sure.
Luckily, the ship has not left. It's still anchored there. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you
I was
wanna go
waiting for when you would
grab.
I was waiting for you to realize like, wait, where is
Oh
Lydia?
no. I knew immediately. I just didn't want to.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I knew it wasn't gonna matter that much.
Yeah.
Right away. So yeah, okay. Fine, I'll go with Kelsier.
Okay. And then Kane, what are you doing?
Are you there, Magoo?
Oh, what I'm doing.
Is there anything you want to
you
do?
hear
in
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do?
I think he wants to steal shit.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go look around the city.
Okay.
You know, like the area around where we're at, just in case, things go down, I could be nearby.
Okay.
Go look some magical things, maybe steal some shit.
All right, sounds good. So you're just for the most part just exploring around the city, seeing what you can get up to.
Yeah, because I think, because I missed part of it, so I think they've got their own plan going on, right?
They're gathering concentrated remnant water, as well as kind of like researching like the surrounding area, using the nearby library.
You're more than welcome to join us, Kane.
I don't know if I can, hide myself is the problem. I gotta know
Well,
who
you
I
won't
am.
need to if you go to the
We're just going
library.
out.
If you go to the library, you won't need to. But we're going on a contraband mission with stuff. It's like we're out going to try to buy drugs or something. So we're hiding our appearance and stuff like that because we are famous. We're easily recognizable.
Right.
On the other hand, Kane's got that neat little spell he can do.
Which one?
Oh, the one where people don't see me so well?
Yeah.
Vanish without trace.
I mean, yeah, I could, I think they would still notice me, though, because I'm still gonna look like me.
Well, I mean, we're not like hiding. We're just
The
going
li-
out as
yeah.
ourselves.
The library group you don't have
Yeah.
to hide, but the contraband group you would have to hide. So, or you can just go out on the town.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go out and, I'm gonna start at the library and see if I find anything of interest, and if that doesn't work out, then I'm gonna go find some stuff around town to get into.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. All right. And so, you all make your way out, taking two separate routes. One going over to the plants for the remnant water, the other group going towards the library. One moment, please. Dun. Now loading. Dun.
I plan on going to the library and then checking out shops and stuff.
I like that idea, my friend. I like it.
So, and then I guess on the way I'll discuss with Fexnar what we want to do with Lydia.
I do like the bodysuit idea you mentioned.
Yeah.
Kind of sloshy. What if it gets
There is a
damaged?
decoy to
Love the
steal
barrier.
things? Excellent idea.
So.
Oh, wait, was that an
Fexnar, do we-
option?
I mean, technically, yeah.
So Fexnar, do we want to make this like something that we have to like lug around, like a cart? Or do we want to try and have it to be more practical, like a suit?
We have in our party 2 bags of holding. We wouldn't exactly have to lug it around, right?
I mean, but it only holds up to like 500 pounds. So it kind of
Can a
depends
bag
on
of holding hold liquid?
If there's a lid, probably.
Yep,
yeah.
it most certainly can.
Well, I'm just
And
wondering,
besides-
like, do we want to keep her in it, or would it be like more practical? Like, let's say like
No.
we're in a battle and she turns out she's there. She already has that healing property with her. We don't have to do
Yeah, but
anything to pull it out.
If the suit gets
It's like a
scuffed,
Pokeball.
how are we gonna know that that we're gonna have more remnant water for later? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems to me like
Why not do both?
she doesn't need a suit. She can be out of the water. She just needs the water to heal, and she's not awake still.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, because as an artificer, I want to try some shit. But if you want to do just like a cart or like a barrel or something, then let's
Barrel's
let's decide.
probably fine. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be high tech. It just needs to not catch fire when it touches remnant.
Okay.
Could you imagine putting her in a bag of holding, and then when you get into a fight, you take your bag of holding and you go to swing it, and you go, Lydia, and she pops out like a Pokemon.
Oh yeah, that would actually be kind of sick. Not gonna lie.
Well, the thing is, while she's in the water, she doesn't technically need to breathe, so that's 100% possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just have like a circular like ball thing, and then we just cast reduce.
Oh my god. No, Lydia becomes a
Yes.
Pokemon.
You could have like a little nozzle system so it sprays her every now and again.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
am not
this is so
personally
good.
down for this, but I like where your head's at.
Chelsea and
We
I we're steaming off to the side.
we throw the Pokemon ball, and then all the water just like splashes everywhere while she comes out.
And then it's all just wasted, so we ruined everything.
Exactly.
Oh my
But no,
goodness.
so what you do is you make the ball, but you make it multi-walled, and you put the water in, and then it sprays onto her periodically.
We just have to show her shape water.
Oh dear god.
I'm
Yes,
like 90%
like
sure she
it.
already knows that one, but
Don't we have someone remnant touched in the party? Couldn't they hypothetically just, drop some of their blood after a shaped water spell?
Yeah,
Well,
well, they're gonna need a lot of it.
they would need
It's like the highly
all of it.
concentrated.
Yeah.
It's highly concentrated. Okay,
Wait a
if you'll
minute.
remember,
Am I
it,
still
like,
lugging around giant pieces of
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Probably.
it's the unrefined. It's like the raw remnant.
We're gonna
So
walk
if
into
you guys
this.
Gotcha.
remember, if you guys remember, like Kelsier when he reached his hands into the tank when Lydia was reacting to the remnant water, it was so hot that he could barely stand it. So like, it's not necessarily like the remnant is what's special so much as it is her reaction to it. So, like again, we just need the water.
Ah, yes, we should
don't-
put her in the remnant mines because apparently
gonna-
she can touch.
We're gonna get to this remnant water plant, and they're gonna have all these remnant touched people as slaves, and they're all bleeding them into this water, and there's gonna be like dozens of them. It's a remnant concentration camp that they're harvesting for water. It's gonna be crazy.
I was about to say, like,
Well,
Scorish,
it's-
I feel like you and I should try and figure out how this is done.
Well, yeah, we're gonna case the place, and if they seem legit, then we'll try to do business with them. If they don't seem legit, we're gonna go back, get our bros, and come see how we can make it legit.
Come knock
It's
some
funny because
heads.
Kelsier kind of has like a side goal, and it's to have like a sword made out of just like pure
Gonna draw a
remnant
very
blood.
simple graph here. All right, okay, we got a vector here.
Just an FYI as well, I can
Oh, no,
always
it's gone.
disguise self, I
Oh.
realized.
I was just gonna draw a very simple graph here.
All right,
we got
yeah,
a
yeah.
vector.
Oh shit.
no,
I'm sorry. Here.
I
Okay.
did
We
it
go.
twice.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So all right. So okay. Proportionally here,
Look around,
Uh,
find out.
this is how much we're gonna find out.
I knew it.
requires us,
Knew it.
it requires us to input
Fucker.
fuck around. So you see, so see, the amount that we find out is directly proportional to how much we fuck around.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So if we fuck around and find out, then we will be successful.
Correct. It is the math doesn't lie.
Oh, of course not. Can I like study this graph enough to turn sub expectations into it? Just imagine a middle of a fight. There's just a fuck around and find out graph in front of someone, and I'm just holding it up like the fucking judges at a contest.
Like you hold it out in front of you, and then once they read like the fuck around part, they just see like the end of your gun.
Here's fuck around. This is find out.
All right.
I swear.
And we're about to fuck around and find out, as we are working our way towards the library. It's not difficult to
Okay.
find, as you're passing along, you kind of just go from like person to person. Eventually, you get pointed in the right direction. It's not that far away from the tavern and inn. As you see the library before you, you see a sign. It's laid out in stone, carved, and reads Rasmus Library. And as you walk in, you see it's quite well lit. It's still early on in the day, so the sun is pouring in nicely in through the windows. You can see that there are long, elaborate curtains on either side. It seems well kept. You can see that all the books on either side, they're all neatly placed. You can tell that this place isn't very often visited, but you can kind of hear like the giggle of children like over here as they're like reading some children's storybooks. And then you can also see that there is like an elderly couple, one in each chair over here, who are reading their own books. You can see that one is like related to carpentry, while the other one is reading something related to sewing.
Roll me initiative.
Yeah, roll the initiative. Yeah, no, I was kidding.
What you looking for here, guys?
So I think at this point, Kelsier is just he wants to look at every book because now he needs to make sure
Make sure what?
your trickery in books.
Oh, my trickery in books, sir.
Pexar's just gonna like soft knuckle Kelsier in the chest, be like, "Life tree. We're here for the life tree."
What's more important in life than knowledge?
All right,
And you
Ty
know what's
Lopez.
knowledge?
Oh my god.
Knowledge
The
is
lived experience, and then I walk away.
that sounded like some Evangelion type shit.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Okay, so I want to try and find a couple books. Thalos book.
Uh-huh.
Shoot, what's the town called? I know we talked about it.
So,
Where Taza. Life Tree. Or The Beast Grounds.
Okay.
And then a book on Noise.
Okay. So, are you looking for those like on your own? You're just kind of like gonna peruse and do some Dewey Decimal type shit, or?
I'm gonna tell Fexnar, and then I'm gonna keep the Noise thing to myself because that's more of like a personal.
Oh, I see.
yeah, I feel.
A little bit of a,
So-
a religious study.
Alright, and
Librarian?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ask the librarian for help.
Also, I wanna look at these 3 books.
Okay, those 3 books over there. Okay. Let's go with Fexnar here first. Fexnar, you're gonna talk to the librarian.
Yeah, sure.
All right, you got it. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I've been looking for this one. You see that there's a tiefling woman who's like pulling a book off the shelf, and she like kind of like, looks at it with excitement. Or her tiefling tail kind of like whips around, from side to side as she's like looking at it. Oh, let's see. Pride and Prestidigitation. I'm so excited to read this one. And she
Oh my
like
God.
opens up the book and
that
like
one hurt me. Okay.
she starts rifling through the pages. She's paying you no mind.
I'm just gonna say, excuse me, miss.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was just really excited. Please don't tell my boss.
I don't know who your boss is. Hi, my name's Fexnar.
Hi.
I'm looking for a couple of books. Maybe you can help me.
Sure. Absolutely. What can I help you with?
I'm looking for titles on a specific subject, if you don't mind. It doesn't matter really the genre, fiction or nonfiction. I'm looking for anything on the life tree.
Ah,
And
yes.
it was described to me as the Beast Forest in the East. I don't know the name though.
The Beast Forest. Oh, you mean the Land of the Beasts? Yes, that's very far out east in Thalos. Yes, I can get you books on that.
That's great, thanks. What was your name?
Oh, my name is Valence.
Valence. Oh, thanks, Valence.
You're welcome. Let's see, so you're looking for books on the Land of the Beasts. You were looking for... what else were you looking for?
What else am I looking for?
You said book on Life Tree.
Book on Life Tree, and then a book on like Thalos in general.
Just Thalos in general. And just local history,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Okay, the local area of Thalos, and you're looking for Life Tree. Fiction or nonfiction?
Both. As
Okay.
many as you have.
Okay, and the same, I suppose, goes for the Land of the Beasts?
Absolutely.
All right. And she like starts like pile more books onto her arm until like it's completely full, and she's like having to like flex her arm to hold it up. She says, "Oh, here, can you hold some of these?" And she's like piling more books.
You can just write down the code.
Here, no, it's fine, it's fine. And she's like piles more books in your arm, and she has you follow her, and she's like quickly speed walking through this like the shelves. You see, she's just zipping around all over the place. She's like throwing books behind her, and like just expecting you to catch them. Okay, let's see. Oh, and yes,
This is going much faster.
okay, and this one written by a written myths. Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, and Crinklebottom, of course, here, and tosses you a couple more books.
What?
All right, and there we go, and plunk. She places it down on the table across the way. It kind of like right about here, as it kind of like startles the elderly couple that's sitting over here, who are just like calmly reading their individual books. They just see like a very large pile of books being placed down by Valence, and then they also see an even larger pile held in your arms.
Okay. Is that all of them?
Yes, that should be all of them. I made sure to do a very thorough check. You see, I've read many of the books in here. Actually, really all of them. Multiple times.
Oh. I should have just asked you what I was looking for then.
Oh, yes, I suppose that would have made sense too. she kind of like blushes and looks embarrassed, not realizing that would have made more sense.
But anyway, I need to do my homework now. Thank you for your help so much, Valence.
You're welcome. And if you have any questions, I'll be right over there. And she like kind of like points and like kind of like nods back towards like the large desk across the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boxy's just gonna like wave at her.
Yeah.
Just like a clap, clap, clap.
Yeah, and she
I'm gonna sit down.
she starts to like to walk away, but then like turns around and like kind of like waves back at Boxy, and then she wanders off, uh, towards the south as she sees another visitor to the library. She notices your metal arm. It's pretty noticeable right off the bat, and she looks at it. She kind of gives you like a knowing look, as if she like recognizes who you are, but then kind of gives a polite nod and says, "Hello, welcome to the Rasmus Library. How may I help you?"
Hi. I was looking on something more on the religious side, if you wouldn't mind.
Religious. Oh yes, of course. Are you talking about the ancients, or are you talking about the new gods?
The ancients.
Ancients. Got it. Do you have a particular interest in one of them, or just the gods in general?
The Melis, Knock, and Taith.
Elise, Knock, and Taith. Okay. Were you looking for something along the lines of children's books and fairy tales? Was it more of like YA fiction, or were you looking for more of the more official documentation?
Uh, let's do some of the children's and more the official documentation.
Okay, you've got it. Okay, so let's see here. If you follow me, and she starts piling books into her arms again. She repeats the same process. She quickly whips around, and like she's just rapid fire like down the aisle. Like her arm is just whipping towards like lower shelves and upper shelves, tossing them behind her, like expecting you to catch them. Her arm is already loaded, so she's relying on you to catch her the rest of them. And then finally, as she weaves through all of the shelves related to the gods, she then places the pile down. Clunk. As it startles the elderly couple again. You can see that the elderly man is like, oh, as he like kind of like clutches his chest a little bit from the shock. There we go. That should be everything.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And if you need me at all, I will be over there. But may I ask you two a question? And she kind of like stands between you two.
Course.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So, tell me, are you both adventurers?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting! I've never been outside of Taza before. Please, you have to tell me more about your adventures.
You've never been outside your hometown?
Never. I've read many books about what it's like outside of Taza, but I've never experienced it myself. I'd like to be an adventurer one day. Maybe.
So what's stopping you?
Well, she kind of like looks away shyly. Well,
I'm gonna cut through her muttering and be like, Tazza, not Tazza, Valence. Valence, what do you know about the arcane?
oh, the arcane. I know quite a bit. I'm mostly self-taught. But it was my goal to go to the Magic School of Wizardry in Rubica one day. But unfortunately, with the tensions between the two regions, that might have to wait for a while.
Well, don't give up on that. Being self-taught is just fine.
Thank you.
And I'll just kind of like gesture to my spellbook on my belt, I guess.
Oh, I see. Are you an Eldritch Knight?
And then I'll just I'll summon, I guess. Yeah, I'll just summon Obsidia into my hand.
Oh, that's incredible. That's gorgeous.
I'm gonna pull out Snub Nose actually.
It just pulls out the 45 in the middle of the library.
We're about to heat up the situation.
How did I get put out of this? Damn! Kane just walks up and he's got like a sword in each hand, or a bow in one hand, a sword in one hand, and then a sword in his tail.
Yeah.
He's like, why are we pulling out our weapons, guys?
Do you actually come into the library like, what up, bitches?
Oh yeah, he's here. He said he's
yeah,
here.
I was
you're
there
right.
the whole time. I wanted to go talk to the librarian.
You're right, my bad. All right, so Kane,
Just kicks open the front door.
Yeah, so
Boom.
hey, what up, bitches? And like Kane like walks in, he shows off.
Sees everybody's got their weapons out. It's a party.
Yeah, weapons drawn and everything. Like everybody's packing heat. You see the like the elderly couple, they're like now very disturbed as they get up out of their chairs and as they're like kind of like trying not to make eye contact with you, and they make their way out of the library.
Can I carry one of my weapons with my tail?
Yep, you absolutely can. You can't attack with it, but you can most definitely carry it.
You know
Oh
what?
yeah, I have like a bow in one hand, Dream Eater in another hand, and one of my other weapons in my other hand.
Or your other of your tail rather.
Or yeah, my tail. I'll be like, what's going on, guys? Why we pulling our weapons out? Did I miss something?
I'm just gonna shoulder into Kane and just like whisper in his ear, showing off the girls. And just put it all away.
There's a cat man with many weapons.
Don't worry about him. He's mostly harmless.
I look over at the tiefling and I go, I like your tail. I have one too. That's a pretty good tail.
Oh, watch out! It's got a knife.
Are you well, I guess you don't have really many human features. You're more. Are you from the Beastlands?
I'm a tabaxi.
I've never seen
Cat
one before.
Oh, well, you have now.
I mean, there are some that look kind of similar to you. They have cat-like features, but they also have human-like features. They're actually.
Oh no, I'm all.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think he DC'd.
No. Okay.
He backed out.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I just look at her and I'm like, I'm all cat all the time.
All cat all the time. That's quite nice. I like your fur. It's very pretty.
Oh well, thank you. As I said, I like your tail. I'm friends with all tails people.
Thank you. And she like kind of like takes like her tail and she like kind of like whips it forward, like gently like pushes at your chest with it.
I put my sword down and I push my tail at her chest.
No,
wait a
reach out,
second.
grab the tail.
Oh.
Hear that?
She kind of like looks flustered a little bit as you try to do that, and she's like wondering like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But Fexner, you catch the tail.
Hold on.
I misheard what you said about the tail.
Yeah,
Stop.
so like
Nope.
she took her tail and like pushed it towards the center of your chest. So what you were saying was you were gonna do the same thing to Valence. And doing so, well, that might be a little bit of an awkward situation. As essentially you would be tail groping her. Mage hand. Fexstar, you mage hand. So Fexstar is trying to mage hand your tail to keep you from essentially like touching her chest. So for roleplay sake, would you allow him to do that? Magoo.
I was sitting here talking the whole damn time. I'm going to be a gentleman because I didn't realize that was awkward. I just thought this was like a tailed people thing.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So I'm just going to touch her tail with my tail.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm not an asshole. I'm just, a prankster and, occasionally a thief. And sometimes I shoot people and
Yeah.
all the regular stuff.
So Fexnar, you use your mage hand and you kind of bring it out just like a flat palm to like block his tail from touching her chest, and then he redirects his tail down and just like boop, pokes her tail.
Keep on scaring me like that, Kane. Dissipate it.
Ah, well.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm not 100% accustomed to like greeting other people, so I don't always know how they do it. So I figured since she did it, then I could do it. I didn't really think that through until like the last moment. I was like, oh. And you kind of moved and I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Okay, as long as we're learning. We're learning, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
I would hope
every
so.
day. Every day. So I hear you want to be an adventurer, huh?
Yes, that's right. I would like to be an adventurer.
You want to hold a sword?
Could
I pull out one of my swords?
Yes, of course. That would be great.
Let's see. Yeah, you can hold Divine Retribution now, and you might like it.
Divine Retribution.
Yeah. There's some daggers actually, and they do quite a bit of damage.
Oh, is that the one that does
The 1d4 piercing, 2d4 radiant. It's +1, and it also gives temp HP that doesn't stack.
radiant
If
damage?
I roll a crit.
Interesting. Okay, so you hand her the dagger.
Yeah.
So you hand the dagger over to her, and she kind of like has both her palms out to receive it. And as it lands in her hands, she can kind of feel a slight singe followed by a bzz, and she like drops the dagger like kind of in shock. It doesn't really like do any damage to her, but it just kind of shocks her, and it falls tip down and sticks into the ground. I, I'm sorry. And she like tries to grab the dagger and like grabs it again. Zzz,
Oh no, you're okay. You're okay. Here, try this one instead. And I hand her Dream Eater. I go, but you can't hold it. Don't put your hand on the blade. You gotta hold the handle. Just the handle.
Handle. Got it.
Yeah, you don't
Handle.
want to hold the sharp or the pointy end because that's where things go south.
Got it. Handle. And she grabs the handle. She holds it firmly. She's just like death gripping it almost because she's like, now you can see the tip of the blade is like shaking as she's like nervously holding it because it's very clear she's never held a blade in her entire life.
So I ask her, I go, do you mind if I help you? I'll show you a couple tips.
Sure, that would be great.
And I put my arms on her hands. I go to her side, not behind her because I'm not a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, ease your grip, and then just swing it like that, and we start going through some like super basic motions.
Gotcha. And so, while you're getting acquainted with Valence, the librarian, meanwhile, Scholarish
Not the
and
wrong kind of acquainted.
Yeah, not in that way. But Scholarish and Zeal are following the map and the directions that were given to them by Gwendolyn, as they reach what kind of looks like a water wheel or some kind of mill like area. It's at the far southeast end of the town. It was where you initially landed. As you two see this. Pop. Okay. As you reach the front facade, you can see that it follows along the river. You can hear the sound of the wheel towards the back, making soft, dull clicking noises of wood. Cluck, 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 cluck as it turns along. You don't see anyone posted out front, but you can hear some commotion on the inside.
Well, we're just looking like regular old townspeople, so I'll
What do you want to do? What's kind of your thought process here?
kind of quietly approach.
Okay, so quietly approach. Sorry, everything cut out for a minute there. That's fine.
Yeah. You're lagging a little bit here, Scholarish.
Sorry, everything was cutting out for me for some reason, so yeah, I kind of missed what was said.
Am I lagging?
A little bit.
You are indeed, sir.
It's okay, I get the gist.
Aw.
I want to rush in there, guns blazing like a psychopath. No.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Chad says he's out of time. We are also at the end of time for our session. So as you approach the outside facade, you can hear the commotion on the inside. However, you can hear a familiar voice coming from the inside.
I got about like 5-10 minutes tops.
Okay, That's okay. We're about to wrap up.
Can we
here.
can we try and figure out what that voice is?
Sure, absolutely. What would you like to do to kind of get a better, a little better ear, or have a better listen?
Just
You said
gonna
we can already hear the commotion and hear the voices, right?
Correct. Like you can tell that there's commotion and voices on the inside, but it's unintelligible right now.
get a little closer and then make a perception.
Okay. Roll me your
I think
perception.
I'm gonna try and stealth up to a window, and then do a perception.
Wrong one.
Would that be okay?
Yep.
Alright, there's the stealth to get to the window, and here's the perception.
All right.
I get advantage on hearing perception.
Let's see.
Like
So,
a boss.
let's see. So, perception 20, 22 and 23 with a stealth of 18. Okay. So you make your way over to the side. You can see that there is not an open window, but a window with thin glass enough that you can hear so long as you can get close enough to the window. Luckily, you are able to kind of get close enough to it to actually properly hear with your perception checks. As you can hear the familiar voice of Xander, as he's kind of making a scene on the inside, yelling something along the lines of, I'll do it, okay? I've done it a few times before. I'm sure I can handle the remnant here." It's like, "Get a move on, boy. It's not that hard, just hit it." It's like, "Okay, all right." And as you can hear the sound of hammer against anvil, you can also hear a following of a crackle. Not quite an explosion, but a crackle. As he kind of like whimpers, and like you can hear like a bunch of the individuals inside kind of just like laughing in a mocking manner.
That's my son. My adopted NPC. How dare they?
Also, the one that sucks. Canon.
Yeah. Canonically, he does suck at crafting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to like go in and save him or run like hell because he's probably gonna blow shit up.
As soon as Kelsier finds out this information, like he's bolting to them. Hope y'all know that.
Let's go. Let's go get the group.
Yeah, I look at Scholars and kind of inform him on who the hell Xander is, and then because Scholars wouldn't have
he's,
known Xander in
oh.
Damascus, would he?
Correct.
No, he's obviously being held against his will.
Yeah. Well, he's also the child that we saved that originally started all of the shit that got us to meet each other.
There could be 15 in them fuckers.
Oh,
in
no,
there. Let's
fully
go get the
agreed.
group and we'll come back.
Yeah,
and
let's
we'll
go get the
your
group
boy.
and come back. Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say, I think we met well before we met Xander.
Huh?
Like we all met each other well before we met Xander.
Oh yeah,
I don't
for
know
sure.
that.
But not
Well, I
Scholars.
mean- It was like half a session before we met Xander.
Yeah.
Well, no, not Xander. We met his brother after half a session. We met Xander after about 2.
Yeah, but regardless, as you make your way back through the town, making haste through the streets in your disguises, you rush to inform your party of a familiar friend, an ally, and attempt to.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
Me, yes.
Yeah.
Ally implies they're helpful. He is a
uh,
friend, but
Okay, a friend, a familiar friend. As you attempt to get your party back together and attempt to rescue Xander. Will you make it in time? We will find out in the next session of Nature of the Beast.
Heyo.
All right, in that
Lots.
session, guys.
I don't know if
Very
I'll make
good
it.
job,
I might be
Kristen.
talking to the librarian.
Oh, hey, yo, okay, understood.
I mean, tailed people unite.
right, it's okay.
Oh, you could.